new things that I just don't know about. I should be more I should be more knowledgeable about this stuff too, since I want to be a partner, right? Did you wash your hands? They're ashy, but I think they're clean. They're ashy though. All right, guys, we're gonna do this today. It is time. The Danganronpa Fangan of the year. Actually, I don't know. We're not picking which one's the game of the year, but hey. So this is Dangan New World Order. I'm excited. Oh, they even have completed trials too? All right, well, we're going to do prologue and we're going to do chapter 1 daily life today. Did someone say hype train? Perseisu, thank you. I appreciate the biddies. Blaise didn't put lotion on? I didn't. Oh, man, that kind of sucks. Sorry. Sorry, I don't put lotion on sometimes. At least not when I'm at home. This game's disclaimer from YouTube. A sizable chunk of the sprites are traced. This is because A, this game was originally for a private audience. We only recently succumbed to eternal pressure to make this public. B, we thought the overall aesthetic of the characters was unique enough to overcome any ramifications of tracing. C, the project is limited by a budgeting factor. As lame as it may sound, untraced sprites are much more expensive. Okay. Thank you for that, Aaron Carter. Are you part of the team? Or did you just get that off their website or something? I appreciate that. That's good to know. What? What is this? Vaguely aware of the hard, wooden floor that lay beneath, you found yourself trying desperately to recollect your thoughts. But nothing came. Or rather, too much came at once. A torrent of confused emotions, or memories and emotions, which threatened to overwhelm your senses. You opened your eyes, before they quickly squeezed themselves closed, an automatic response to the dazzling light that filled the room you were in. Seconds passed before you mustered up the courage to try again. Slowly, your vision began to swim into focus. As you sat up, grunting all the while from the effort, a solitary droplet of water ran slowly down your face. Oh! My head. That's the pro tag? I like him. Okay, keep calm about this. This is just like any other day. There's bound to be a rational explanation for what just happened. Let's see. The raging torrent of confusion continued. But this time, it formed itself into a string of semi-coherent words. Candidacy, graveyard, girl, road, crashing, darkness. I was trying to do something about my candidacy. And along the way, there was a graveyard. I was talking to a girl. Nothing too extraordinary. But in more ways than one, you knew this to be wrong. Okay, time to start over. I was at a graveyard. It was a memorial? That's right, a memorial for the victims of that terrible killing game. Okay, he's aware of the killing game. The one that ended with... Then a girl came along. She had a distinct way of speaking. What is happening? Of course, you'd have phrased it as a question, not really expecting an answer. The moment the last syllable escaped your mouth, you felt your face growing cold. The water that dripped down your face had begun to evaporate. Water! Face! You turned around. Whoa, who are you? Well. I was wondering when you'd notice. Ah! Reflexively, you found yourself taking several steps back, perhaps too quickly. Ow!
Just like a crate of hippos.
I like his voice! Oh, shit! Well, aren't you a bundle of soothing melodies? What?
Thinking.
But more importantly... Oh, we got new emotes, dude! We got new emotes! That makes me happy. Who's this hottie? He's cute, huh? It seems the experiment was a success.
What was that supposed to mean?
Experiment? What the hell are you babbling about? The Pipit experiment, of course. Whoa! Yo, what world!
Here we go. Money talk.
Yo, that is 10 gifted subs to the Ultimates community. Shadowplier, Justice, Aaron Carter, Sim John, Death Napalm, Josh, Gucci Tucci, You Have the Power, Fatal Knife, and Wilcone. Thank you, Scarlet. That's a big bomb. I told you a bomb has been planted. That was a huge bomb, and I appreciate every bit of it. It exploded all over me. It was amazing. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. What else? Let us go on a journey into the not too distant past. There was once a place not too different from this, with ghastly orange walls. It was there that the ultimate psychologist let his inquisitive mind run free. Ultimate psychologist? Rejected Zero much? And in doing so, conducted an experiment. One that would ascertain how humans respond when placed abruptly into an unknown environment.
That only makes sense.
Yes, and he found that nobody cares about mildly irritating stimuli under such circumstances. How did I...
Possibilities.
Seems your memories are starting to return. Memories, such fleeting things. To think they form part of the essential calculus of human experience. Now, please do continue. What happened at the graveyard? Oh, right. You were listening in. Without thinking too much, you decided to oblige. I lost someone in the killing game. He was a great friend. The memorial was along the way to the candidacy center, so I thought it was worth stopping by.
Interesting.
So, you're also an ultimate? Huh? You mentioned a candidacy center. There are several in every country, equipped to fly world candidates to a centralized location for testing. For secret reasons, only officials and the world candidates themselves should know the locations of these centers. And if you don't mind me saying so, you don't seem like an official. But I seem like an ultimate?
I asked a question.
How do you know so much about this?
How disappointing.
Yeah, how do you know so much? And why do you have a Gandalf staff? Is the answer not obvious? Surely a candidate of the world empire knows better than to ask questions that can answer themselves. The value of an answer is determined by the quality of its journey. A wise man said that once. You groan internally. Is this how my students feel? Pardon?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
That was a mistake.
I didn't mean to think out loud. Point taken. So, you're a teacher. And if my assumptions are correct, the great family of education has you firmly in their sights. So is that where we are? At the testing facility?
How illogical.
If so, I doubt they need to adapt such a heavy-handed approach.
See.
Yeah, the men with their cars and masks was a bit much, wasn't it? I was kidnapped. They ran my car off the road. And for the second time, you felt as though your heart was being pierced by something ice cold. Oh, I like how this is starting. This is cool. But I don't think we should jump to assumptions just yet. We don't know for sure that we're in any real danger at this point. How can you be so calm at a time like this?
What's flawed logic?
Panic is regressive. Anyway, it seems that experience is also true for the other candidates. Other candidates? You mean there's more people here? I believe that is a given. You're a member of the 50th batch, and if their metrics are accurate, this would make you one of the 16 most qualified people in the world. So instead of getting kidnapped going into the school, we got kidnapped outside of the school, maybe on the way to like one of the centers or something. How has your classes been, Blaise? They've been amazing. I suck at dancing. No, I'm kidding. I'm getting used to it. You know what I mean? I'm actually getting better at dancing, and I'm getting better at like choreography and stuff. So like, yeah, the classes have been pretty fun so far. Halia's been teaching me a lot of stuff, so I've been enjoying them. How did you... So you're a member of the 50th batch too? You learned quickly.
It seems the time is ripe to engage in the introduction of oneself.
Okay.
You may call me Sigmund.
Sigmund.
I think, therefore I am the ultimate philosopher.
That's cool. The ultimate philosopher. Ooh. Okay, we got that Danganronpa transition with the music and everything. Let's not keep the others waiting. With you here, our entire batch is now accounted for. Wait, just a minute. I'll introduce myself too.
My name is Blaise, and I'm the ultimate teacher.
I'm in the game! Yo! That is freaking dope! I'm in the game! I'm Blaise! Let's go!
As you already know.
Greatest main protagonist ever. Ultimate teacher. That's weird. That is so dope. Correction. I didn't know. It was merely an assumption, nothing more. For a teacher to be so careless with their phraseology. I pride myself on not being overly pedantic with my teaching style. Thank you very much.
Interesting.
Oh, I can tell.
What was that supposed to mean?
Blaise MC? I know! This is so cool! What was that supposed to mean?
Thinking.
But despite this, I can tell you have all the hallmarks of a great leader, including a flexible and open mind. I look forward to working with you for the betterment of our world. Huh?
Again?
Say again? But he had already left the room. He's a weird one, all right. But at least his heart seems to be in the right place. I think. I want to meet all the other students. I hope you weren't waiting for long. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got a best girl and we just started. Whoa. The wait was neither too long nor too little, but precisely as willed.
Speak to me, O divine eye.
What? The ultimates in the game do not have last names? They don't? So it's only you. We were anticipating a larger welcoming party. Nobody knew where you went when you left us behind, Sigmund. So they're off exploring right now. I predict you'll bump into most, if not all of them, just by walking around. It is as the stars decreed, an inescapable fate. Just like the chance encounter between myself, you, and him.
Thinking.
What is she, like a fortune teller or something? Now where could he be? Thinking. I love that. Hiding behind my ample figure, perhaps.
What was that supposed to mean?
Hey, I'm not hiding. You haven't spoken this whole time. Turn it up. Hey, hold on, this music. Hey, I like this. Kind of reminds me of like some music from like a JRPG I used to play like back in the day. I wonder if it is from a JRPG. I'm not scaring you, am I? Huh? And you are?
There's no need to worry.
Let me get a good look first, will you?
Just as the stars foretold, I am Eden, the ultimate psychic and budding humanitarian.
Nice.
Pleased to meet you.
She's an ultimate psychic. She's really cool. And I'm Blaise, the ultimate teacher. Psychic. Did I hear that right? You certainly did. I'll have you know that I'm a genuine, bona fide psychic. She can't be serious. I have yet to see a psychic in any of these Fangans that can actually predict anything. So like the Fangan is fucking amazing and underrated. Also the second trial has a better UI. So if you see any changes from the first chapter to the second chapter, it's because of that. Is this, you guys are hyping this up. This is gonna be good. Okay, I like that. You guys are hyping this one up. It sure did. And before you say it, I'll have you know, I'm not just reading your tells.
Do not assume.
I would prefer not to be likened to a mere 2-bit gambler. Thank you very much. It changed again. Yeah, I know I need to work on it. I only used to do it to entertain the customers, but it's become a habit. It's a tad sporadic at the
Speak to me, O divine eye.
Time is what I need, but whenever you need it the most, it's always busy running out. Just how is she doing it? Is that Sam?
What's up, Blaise? I forgot if I asked you this, but if you wanted to, would you do an Among Us stream sometime in the near future? It's a cool social deduction murder mystery game. Anyways, I hope you have a great stream today.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I actually said it earlier, Sam. Thank you so much for the $5, by the way. You're amazing. You guys have been like super hyped today. Damn, what's going on? All this hype. I appreciate it. But yeah, I will do an Among Us stream. I would love to do that. Maybe in the near future. Maybe this week sometime. We'll see. I need some people to play with. If you ever play Among Us, get ready for me to freaking crush you. I'll play with the chat if I can. I would love to do that. As loath as I am to admit, there are many things about her which defy scientific explanation.
What would Freud say?
Her professed ability to read minds is one of them, as is all that malarkey about the stars in this so-called divine eye. Hey, say what you will about the divine eye,
You know.
but you ain't fooling no one with that woeful-looking stick of yours, Sigmund. I mean, that stick is pretty big, and there's a ball on it. As for you, Blaise, I'm here. I'm sorry about what happened to your pupil and friend. That's always a pretty crappy thing to have to deal with.
The silence intensifies.
I want to know if this music is from an RPG. I feel like it is. I feel like I played the game. It might be original music. I don't know. And we're still, its inevitable, or its inevitability has been decreed by the stars themselves. Was there a way for him to live? You're asking if there was a universe where his journey didn't end in self-sacrifice? Perhaps. But sometimes, effort merely delays the inevitable. I should know. Had I not been around, the ultimate humanitarian would have died many times over from Ebola. Ebola, not Ebola? Dang. Ebola done mutated so much. All that effort, and for what? So he could be murdered while playing dress up? Here's the OST used. Capcom Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulation. I'm playing that game pretty soon too. I had a feeling it was from like something that I've played. Much was lost that day. He truly was a great man. Our agencies have never been the same since. I'm sorry for your loss.
There's no need to worry.
Well, moped ain't getting us nowhere. You know, you're not that bad. So you really were scared. Couldn't you find that out just by reading my thoughts? It depends. Mix even a drop of hostility into your thoughts and suddenly everything goes kaput.
The silence.
Yet, despite my assurances,
intensifies.
I'm still banned from every poker tournament that matters. What a shame. Now, Blaise, if you would allow me to pass on some prophetic wisdom.
I call upon the stars.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Is that not the quote for Danganronpa? Isn't that an ordinary saying? An ordinary saying, but I assure you that it was received as a vision.
Equilibrium draws closer.
It could be a warning, for all I know. Besides, judging people by their appearances is bad juju. Not a great way to get a girlfriend, or a boyfriend for that matter. Who am I to judge? Of course, you'd know all about that, right, Sigmund? The ambiguity... The ambiguity is noted. But I'll have you know that I'm interested in an altogether different form of experimentation. Man, these two sure make for an interesting pair. I'll pretend that I didn't hear that.
I offer you my guidance.
Just know that there is a little in this world that happens without purpose. You do well to remember that. A valid enough message. Glad we're in agreement. Is there anything else you wish for me to divine while we're here? Oh, I get to choose? This is so cool. Getting out of here about death. Let's talk about death. About death. I understand the basic premise that death is unavoidable, but surely that doesn't mean you can't save someone from dying in a specific moment. I suppose there is a certain beauty in trying to defy fate, but every prevented death is more than just a simple postponement of fate.
The silence
Death
intensifies.
Death always claims its dues in the end. It knows when it's been cheated, which means those you've saved always end up reaching their final destination a lot sooner than you'd like. This is story time? There's a reason I tell my clients to be wary of such things as tanning beds. Final Destination, I saw that movie. That was pretty horrible. The tanning bed scene in Final Destination. Have you guys seen that movie? I think it was in Final Destination like 2. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I guess that makes sense in a way. Personally, I think death can be as characterized as a particularly satisfying question.
As logic dictates.
One where millions of journeys could be made, but they all lead to the same outcome. And the precise nature of that journey is determined by the type of person you are. I think we all need new hobbies. You may be onto something there.
Thank the stars.
You know, Blaise, you ain't half bad yourself. Well, I'd best not hold either of you for any longer. You've only skimmed the very top of the candidacy pool. And I'm very much behind in my own exploration efforts. Farewell. And just like that, she dashed off. Eden's really interesting, isn't she, Sigmund? Indeed.
The possibilities are endless.
I love his voice. Oh my god. I wish he would read me a bedtime story. Who's the VA? I need you. Precisely the sort of person I'd entrust with the great family of aid. Was that a compliment? This is the candidacy selection process we've talked about. She is in the 50th batch because that's precisely where she deserves to be. Now, about earlier, you mentioned a girl? I'd be interested to hear more. Why choose now to raise the topic again? Memory. Huh? Memories are what define us. Without them, an essential ingredient of our characters would be missing. You could walk around as an entirely different person without realizing. Something about an essential calculus, was it?
Thinking.
Indeed. Oh, is it, did somebody redeem story time earlier? Okay, I'll give you guys one. The story time will come like in between the prologue and the chapter 1, okay? Remind me. Yes, the value of retaining even the most innocuous of memories may be far greater than you believe. And what did... Of your teenage years. Okay, we're good. I'll remember that. Teenage years in the middle of prologue and chapter 1, okay? You don't need to tell me twice. That girl. That girl. Ah! Am I interrupting something? Huh? You're that new guy, aren't you? Yeah? You look cool. Indeed you are. But to wake up so long after everyone else.
Are you part of...
Were you sent here by them? Who's them exactly?
This must be the work of my arch nemesis.
Who else but my arch nemesis? I really don't know what you're talking about. You really don't know, huh? Very well. But don't think I'm dropping my guard just because you came to my humble clinic. Clinic? Blaise, I advise you to do more than just parrot the person to whom you're speaking. Force of habit, okay?
This isn't right.
Wait, so you haven't heard of my clinic? Yes? Could it be? You mean it's burned down? Yes, I can finally achieve my dream. Whoa, I think you need to relax a bit. Relax this, calm down that. Honestly, I'm sick of it all.
How do you like that?
I'm sick of cutting people up for a living. What? What is he, a surgeon? Oh, don't look at me like that. Next, you'll say you've never had the urge to cut someone up in your life.
And why exactly not?
I haven't. You're right. All lies, I say. You say there's only one cure for all afflictions. I knew it.
And that would be...
Okay, what was it?
Consultation with me, the ultimate doctor.
The ultimate doctor.
Phoenix is the name. Pleased to meet your unhealthy acquaintance.
Oh my gosh. I like him. And his name is Phoenix. Oh, Sam, I don't know if you're still here, but yeah, I am going to play Among Us. I want to play it. So if you're still here, I'm just letting you know. I do. Ah, a doctor. Yep, called it. Completely. I never once doubted this.
That only makes sense.
I mean, he did mention a clinic. Pardon? Never mind. I take it you're the candidate for pharmaceuticals and therapy? Absolutely. Rather bizarre name for a great family, if you ask me. I'm sure there's a reason for that.
My arch nemesis.
I say the same thing about the actions
Strikes again.
of my arch nemesis. Dude, he is like, who is your arch nemesis? But does it make it true? May I ask if you're related to the ultimate psychologist in some way?
Medically speaking.
Yep, I was his personal doctor. Used to visit him every Sunday for his weekly checkup. Gave him the best possible treatment food could buy. I swear it on many crates of hippos. Many crates of hippos. Okay. Sigmund, does this mean you knew the ultimate mathematician? It seems you too have noticed the pattern. Yes, I knew him. His stewardship of our faculty was truly without peer. That was before he joined the Eight. Many good people lost their lives when he was convinced to use his knowledge for evil.
How disappointing.
It is always a shame to witness the fall of a brilliant mind. What is happening?
Here comes the money.
What is happening?
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
This is crazy. Yo, this man just gifted 20 subs. Hype trade. Oh my god. Yo. 20 subs just went out to Blood Conviction, Melkyro Rose, Chaos, Sweetie, YRP, JJ Beats, Mass Kid, Seiko, Holy Killer, Matt Paws, Nivek, Snazzy Stew, Ichigo, Neku, Ayana, Gio, Hydrazilla, Sumiki, Riley, and Lycoon Arts. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much. This stream is insane. Thank you. And you guys are hyping up the game too. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, Sam. Don't make me cry on stream. Don't do this. Not today. I'm not trying to cry. But thank you so much, dude. It means a lot. These last 2 weeks, I've really been like putting my energy into, you know, positivity and just my girlfriend at the same time, making sure she's okay. And just seeing that I have the support of you guys, even the people just viewing, like, thank you. I need you guys. You guys are amazing. Anyhow, I take it that you are multi-talented. You could say that.
An apple a day keeps the arch nemesis away.
If I couldn't do everything then, I wouldn't have received this title. General checkups? Anesthesia? Open heart surgery? Doesn't matter. If it's got anything to do with medicine, I'm your man. Wow, that's amazing. You must really love your work. Quite frankly, being a doctor is terrible. I know, right, Crosspaw? It really is. I'm regularly confused with serial killers just because I wield knives.
This isn't right.
It's a travesty, I tell you. I knew I should have listened to my heart and not my head. My steady hands could have been put to so much better use elsewhere. What do you mean? Yes, my one true calling.
The allure of the burger.
Wick Donald's? What is that? I bet you he gets apple pies, right? A place where dreams come true. Where the red that comes gushing out is the sauce from the burger upon taking a bite. Where the little red cells are ketchup stains and not hemoglobins? What? Where people come to you not because they're on the verge of death, but because they wish to fill their bellies.
McDonald's, here I come.
Yes, a must noble profession. I see. All right. And now, I must resort to filling people's bellies in an entirely different way. Something tells me I shouldn't press for further details. Wait, that could be... That could mean so many different things. I kind of want to know. Leave it be, but in red? No. Press for further details. I need to know. What are we filling bellies with?
How is this a good idea?
Why am I doing this? What do you mean by filling people's bellies?
Medically speaking,
It was one of my more novel cases, really. A man came to me with a bit of an upset stomach. Claimed he got, what was it?
my arch nemesis.
Kalmaharma
Again.
Bahad in the gut? Something like that. Wait, what? He was spluttering a lot, so it was a bit hard to understand him. That sounds painful. What? Indeed, it must have been. His whole stomach was displaced. Food was going into his lower cavities. Ew, what is happening? Hold up. Isn't that where food usually goes?
That shouldn't have been possible.
Yes, but not right away. He was defecating entire steaks, for crying out loud. Oh, that's disgusting. That sounds impossible. Trust me, I had to keep telling that to myself during the surgery. Reconstructing his intestines from scratch was not my idea of a fun Friday evening. I regret this completely. I don't know why I asked him. I didn't mean to ask him. I didn't mean to. I shouldn't have. That was gross. Okay, Phoenix, it was nice to meet you. Likewise.
The allure of the burger.
Yes, one of these days, my clinic will burn down, and the path to McDonald's will shine brighter than the gold of its arches. Can you imagine that? A doctor not wanting to be a doctor anymore, but wanting to work at McDonald's. Like normally you would think the other way, right? Like, you wouldn't want to be a doctor that works at McDonald's. And most people that work at McDonald's would love to be doctors because they make doctor salary. So it's just like, see that? What is happening? Why does a doctor want to work at McDonald's? Or I should say McDonald's. Let's just leave him to it, I guess.
I would not be opposed.
From full-time to part-time, right? Maybe that's why. If he works at McDonald's, he'll be a part-time employee and he won't be spending his whole entire freaking life at the hospital anymore. Indeed, there's no point dwelling over milk, which is long since spilled. Hey, Sigmund, do you mind if I run a few things by you? Please, go right ahead. For the burgers, bro? I mean, I guess so. Have you seen McDonald's or McDonald's? Can I get a Wick Mac? Hi, Real Black Queen. Welcome. I love Phoenix. Phoenix is amazing. I like his voice acting too. I'd like to learn more about the candidacy process. No, remember would be the more accurate word. Let's start with what you know then. There were 800 of us. 50 batches with 16 candidates in each, corresponding to the 16 great families. They were ranked in order of assumed proficiency and suitability.
That only makes sense.
So like you said earlier, that would make our batch the 50th batch, the most likely successors to the world empire.
Interesting.
And do you remember how this candidacy system came to be? The Great Ruling War. Great Ruling War. You probably wouldn't think any kind of healthcare worker would eat fast food on a regular basis, but doctors and nurses are pretty frequent regulars at my work. Yeah, hey, no, actually, I see a lot of doctors and nurses and such go into fast food places. That and like some of the more bougie fast food places like, you know, Panera and things like that. Did somebody just... Oh my God!
Comes the money.
Another
Here
sub!
we go. Money talk.
I appreciate it, Sainted. You are awesome. No, I didn't see your last message, Aaron. A lot of people lost their lives because of the actions of some of the former great family heads. So what is this war? The entire world was plunged into chaos. The cause of this is still unknown. In the previous killing game, it involved these great family heads. Most of them died, and that was the catalyst for the talent scouting program, a system intended to transfer power based on merit rather than heredity. Oh my God, Kimi Yosh, thank you. Jesus, what is that? I love you guys. I appreciate it. If a teacher is truly only as good as their least capable student,
You have certainly
Thank you, Kimi
exceeded
Yosh.
my expectations.
then that student would be as formidable as they are enlightened. An anonymous gifter gave Crosspaw a tier 1 sub. What is... I'm just gonna... Did we just end the stream? I appreciate it, guys. This is... I'm about to cry. We haven't even gotten into the game and I want to cry. Like... Who is gifting subs? What is that? Oh my God. It still feels so strange to be complimented by whoever that is. Thank you. Sigmund? Why, it's you. Hello? Was she standing there the whole time? Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! I love her design! The music! Hello. She seems to be in a trance of sorts. Are we interrupting something?
Do you hear it?
Not at all. For every god that decrees that I must do this, there are another 5 that would allow me to stop at any time. Who am I? You might be wondering. Yes, I am wondering. Who are you? That too is a sacred question, born of existentialism, and easily answered by a myriad of faiths.
Interesting.
I see your devotion is as impeachable as ever. But of course, I'll be fine with the literal answer if that's okay.
You ask of the name whispered by the Lord to my parents and passed unto me.
I know who...
That would be Levitica. To the humble flock, I am known as the ultimate missionary.
Hey, thank you, D-Rock. Thank you so much. You guys are great. Thanks for the sub. Levitica. Dude, these designs are super freaking cool. Missionary. Does anyone here speak normally, for crying out loud? I know, right? Like, seriously. Sure, there is but one definition of the word. Thank you, K Hearts. I appreciate it. Oh my god. I'm like nutting all over right now because of the subs, because of this girl. Like everything's going. Oh, how innocent of her. Nothing. Thinking out loud will get me killed one day. So when you say missionary, I presume you mean someone who tries to convert people to Christianity? You are correct, but not just Christianity. I was about to say it can be any religion.
Emissary.
It is my divine task to fill the hearts of all non-believers with faith of any kind. Yeah, see? That's also how I earned the moniker Emissary of All Gods. Guidance, belief, passion, faith. Those are just some of the ideals I wish to disseminate to the entire globe. Just thinking about those ideals fills my heart with an indescribable warmth. Aww. I sense, however, that my profession, as I have described, was not the first definition that came to mind for you. Why does she sound like Mitsuru Kurijo from Persona 3? No, of course it was. Damn, she's good. People our age are generally content to lower their minds into the gutter, so why should you be any different? Especially a hollow vessel such as yourself, untouched by divine grace. To think that all of my fellow candidates would be so unabashedly atheists.
I shall cleanse these impurities.
The gods have clearly presented me with this challenge, such that I may compel change. Dare I ask how you know of Blaise's non-religious status? I was under the assumption that you both just met.
Dear lamb.
It is my duty to know, dear lamb. But on 2 more pressing matters.
What is this spiritual disturbance?
Are the whispers correct? Did that doctor fellow really say that he works on Sundays? Yes, what's wrong with that? Oh my god! So she was eavesdropping on us?
Sacrilege!
Sacrilege! He profanes the name of our Lord and Savior! Which one exactly? I know, you said you're a missionary for all of them. Just over half of them! Oh my god!
Guide me.
The rest don't care in the slightest. What a delicate balancing act. To be so in tune to the will of the gods.
You have
I expected no less from a disciple of the ultimate priest. Indeed, there was no other person as devout as he was in our holy order. It's such a shame what happened to him. Certainly was a cruel way to go.
I cannot agree.
That parasite was an evil, sent by the Antichrist him themselves. Like a wolf released in the dead of night, it slaughtered the sheep in a cowardly act befitting of such devil spawn. And yet, if I recall, the ultimate priest was rather insistent that the Antichrist was a certain tyrant. And perhaps he was. Nobody knew the power of tyranny more than he.
Oh, soft.
But even I could see that the true Antichrist would not have died so easily. Gehots! Thank you!
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Everybody sub! Sub! You get a sub! You get a sub! We all get subs! We need a sub hype. We need a new emote, by the way. We're gonna need to get a sub hype emote. That's the next one. Dear Lamb, I have but one question. Why have the colors of your clothes not changed? Turn the stream off, bro. Turn the stream off. Another sub bomb. 5 subs, bro. What is happening in this stream? It was just supposed to be a normal stream that we always do. XOX Cool, Llama Hipster, Ridley, YT Sir Panda, and Quo. K Hearts, thank you so much. Oh my god. This is too much for me. You better name this sub hype on YouTube. I don't know what to say, dude. I truly appreciate it. Let me get through this. Let me get through this prologue, and I'm gonna dish my heart to you guys, okay? Let me get through this. Let me get through this. Excuse me?
Whispers guide me.
When I talk to people, it is routine for their clothing to change colors. They then start to listen more eagerly to my interpretation of the Gospels, after which they are promptly inducted into the religious flock that currently numbers billions. It is a tiresome task as, even though we are many in a number, there remain many who would foolishly forsake such guidance. Dude, I love this girl. I don't know why. This is why a failsafe was devised. So why? Why is it not working? As impressive as that sounds, it seems highly implausible. A lot of people say the same of religion itself. Why is the... Dude, this dialogue is so good. What is happening? This is like Shattered Hope and this are really good at dialogue. Before their clothing changes color.
I am but a humble emissary.
Oh, I see how this is. You wish to make fun of me, do you? Perhaps suggest that I can also heal cripples by waving a stick and making a soft chiming noise? Or that I spend my days conveying relics to the monasteries of the Holy Order? This has really freaking good writing. How oddly specific. Well, that would be correct. Both of those form part of my expansive collection of solemn duties. However, in order to heal cripples, I need an actual staff to wave around.
I cannot agree.
Unfortunately, I did not have the foresight to take it with me. I shan't have closed my eyes to the Lord when I did. And now here I am, lost in limbo, staffless, and making a mockery of my divine position. It's only natural to forget things, though. Surely, even someone touched by divine grace could make such mistakes. And perhaps you are correct. However, I do not wish to make excuses for my own inadequacies. To squander so much divine energy is an unforgivable act. To abandon my staff, I shan't have closed my eyes to the Lord when I did. You just said that. Maybe I should try and take her mind off things. God's plan? The Drake song? God's plan. Maybe it was part of God's plan?
Please enlighten.
Which one exactly? There are many gods, some of which have less than benevolent intentions. Well, maybe one of those then. The more they mention the previous ultimates, the more I want to meet them. I know, right?
At @OOCHACO_UWARAGA @SWEETIE__SHOOK @ScarletFlare21.
Thank you so much, Hustle King, and thanks for shouting out all of those people too. You are so awesome, dude. Thanks for the sub. I did not think of it that way.
Your words are flattering.
You are a very interesting person. Perhaps this whole ordeal is a test of resolve sent by the god of many faces. This isn't the reaction I was expecting. Regardless of your views, though, I do hope we can learn to cooperate with each other. This would, of course, be expedited by a swift conversion to any religion of your choice. Except the Church of the Levitating Meatball Monster, of course. Oh my god, I know what this is! Okay, so there is a religion out there that praises a big spaghetti monster. I can't remember what the religion is called, but it's amazing. Yeah, the pasta religion.
Do you hear it?
I think it's called Pastafarian or something like that, right? Not an ounce of divine energy to be found betwixt its balls, I assure you. Right, those are some big balls. Meatballs, that is. We started backing away. We're coming close to the end of the corridor. Perhaps the rest of the candidates are through here. Let us find out. Oh, we're in the gym. Blaise! Well,
Don't mind me.
he looks cool! My apologies. I didn't mean to go at you so fast. Hunt. Pardon? Hunt. That's my name. He stuck out a hand, which you gingerly shook. Just don't do that again. There's only one of me after all. The one, the only.
For the revolution.
The ultimate hunt. Oh, I almost thought he was bad-mouthing me for a second. It's, yeah! It's Jotaro. I'm fucking done with you guys. This is the buff guy that's gonna die in chapter 4. The ultimate hunt?
Something's not right about
Are you
this.
saying that's your name? Hmm? Ah, yes.
Please, allow me to formally introduce myself, comrade. My name is Personal Trainer, and I am the ultimate hunt.
Guys, is his name Personal Trainer? His name is Personal Trainer. What? Did he just say that in reverse? That sounds even more wrong. Okay, he sounds like a bit of a hunt, so I'll just assume that's his name.
What's going on?
What are you? Are you dyslexic? Like, what is happening? He leaned in so close that you could feel his breath against your skin. Now, as punishment for walking into me like a common
Let's see some push-ups.
Drop down and give me 20. What? I said drop down and give me 20. That's an order, comrade. Comrade? And what was up with that weird salute he gave me?
Let us delay no more.
You too, comrade thinker. It would be impertinent to saddle a comrade with all the work.
My sincerest apologies.
My apologies. But if you have a request that doesn't involve physical labor, I'd be interested. Labor, you say? I like it. Especially if you take out the... What is this music? Come again?
Fabulous
yes,
work,
to know
comrade.
that I am the member of the Labor Party. Clearly you are a notch above the rest of these lowly cretins. He must be the candidate for labor. Let me guess, you were acquainted with the ultimate tyrant? This guy's cool. Yes, of course. Many a great nation has fallen before the tyrannical fury of the mighty dictator. I was at his side the whole time.
For the Great British
Even made me the
Empire.
head of all operations in the Great British Empire, the place of our central command post. That was really a thing? Come to think of it, are you British? Your accent makes it, was Britain always so... this? What is this music?
Please.
No, I am not British. The music fits so well here. I understand the accent doesn't exactly help, but it was the ultimate tyrant himself who took quite a liking to Britain. Why, one of our grandest buildings is right here, or there in the heartland. You should drop by sometime and I'll show you around.
For the revolution.
The views are fabulous.
Oh, poppycock.
Oh, poppycock. But it seems that neither of you have the qualities we're looking for in a slave. And what qualities would those be? A slave? We've only just met.
Preposterous.
You're an insubordinate lout who can't even do 20 push-ups for starters. Why, it's as if you've never served a day of military service in your life. I haven't, though.
That only makes sense.
I was designated to the classroom. That's where I ended up instead. Insubordination, classrooms, and a country without compulsory military service.
What rubbish.
Don't tell me. You're acquainted with the late ultimate puzzler? Yes, I was his teacher. What?
Preposterous.
Preposterous! You look to be about the same age. Where I come from, something like age doesn't really matter. If you have the skill to do something such as teaching, they wouldn't even mind letting a 5-year-old teach a classroom full of adults. Really? Ah, the memories. I don't know who the ultimates that they're talking about are, but I like that they are mentioning other people that we aren't seeing right now. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. Interesting. I was under the impression that the world's empires, individual sovereign states, had more uniformly identical systems. Yes, our uniforms were indeed identical.
How foolish.
That's not what I meant. As were our systems of physical labor, capability over age, and from each according to their own. I'm also surprised you were able to point out the puzzler's age similarity. I was often told that he looked considerably younger than me. And still am.
How revolutionary.
Well, they say we in the Labor Party are great at sizing people up. It helps to be able to identify your own premium quality slave.
Silence, slave!
But enough of this load of tosh. Have you no shame? Excuse me? Well, who do you think you are? Teaching your protege, that ultimate puzzler, to disobey direct orders from our supreme leader? He did it of his own accord.
That's rubbish.
Rubbish. Are you saying that we learn nothing from our teachers? A large part of me exists only by the benevolence of our supreme leader. Yet he wasn't that convincing.
That only makes sense.
Literally everyone refused to be a slave, so you can't just blame my pupil. The music is killing it. The music's making it better.
Retract my statement.
Indeed, you are correct. Perhaps I spoke out of turn.
Let us delay no more.
I shall make amends by providing you with an ongoing supply of tea and biscuits once we get out of here. No. That's, fine. It really wasn't a big deal. The thought of tea and biscuits on a Friday morning, though? The appeal is certainly there. I want some tea and biscuits. What the hell? Not a big deal. Preposterous. Either is enslaving entire countries, but those tribunals make a big deal of it all the time.
Just you watch.
How about this? Ask me anything. Anything? Yes, anything. Birds and bees? I'm going with that one. About the birds and the bees. Are you messing with me?
Silence, slave.
There's no way you don't already know at your age. I also can't believe I'm actually asking this. I love the options. They're so cool. And you're a teacher, for crying out
I
loud.
asked a question.
Yes, and a teacher always expects their questions to be answered.
What would Ford say?
Well. I see you're already playing the teacher card. Why, you sneaky little blighter. Okay, listen up, slave. When two people love each other very much, they engage in this ritual called whoa. You find yourself leaning forward in anticipation. Biscuits and chill. That's our raid message from now on. Biscuits and chill. Oh my god. Give me biscuits and chill. I need some biscuits and chill. Biscuits and chill? You wouldn't understand. It's a British thing. Is it really?
How
that sounds
foolish.
Positively ridiculous.
Just you watch.
Oh, but people often say the same thing about my... maybe a story for another time. My own teacher used to say that you can learn a lot from people by asking them stupid questions. It seems that in this case, he was both right and so very wrong. Well, I think that's enough excitement for all of us. I must continue the recruitment drive post-haste.
For the great
By
British
Jove,
Empire.
I will be successful at least once today, or my name isn't Rommel. Your name isn't Rommel, though. He stomped off in a huff before you could say anything. Your name isn't Rommel, though. I just said that.
How enlightening.
Hut is certainly an interesting fellow. I think all the candidates are. I feel positively normal in comparison, and that's saying something. Okay, let's see what Moritari said. Blaise, I want to say thank you for streaming this game and other Fangans. I really appreciate it. You're so kind for giving them light and always super nice about people's work. It really gives us creators more motivation to work, so thank you. I'm sure people here making Fangans can agree. They're certainly hyped to see you react to their works and appreciate your kind words. Aww! I appreciate that. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun playing all of these Fangans, and you know, I wanna show awareness and everything, and like give these people exposure, because a lot of people hit me up to do this, you know what I mean? Like there's been some Fangans that have come to me personally like, hey, can you play my game? I'd really like it. Like the last one that we played, Paradise, they asked me, Liviano actually asked me like, hey, can you play it? And I was like, yeah, of course I can play it, dude. So I really appreciate all of the people that are doing that and all the people that let me react, because I know I kind of just react anyway, and you know, a lot of those creators come into the chat and they're like, oh my god, thank you for reacting. I'm like, oh, no problem. But you guys are really great at this, and this is amazing. Like this is something that I feel like the Danganronpa community really needed, and I'm glad that we have it at this time, because we have nothing else, you know what I mean? And even if we didn't have, even if there was a new game, I would still want Fangans to be created, you know what I mean? Because it just gives so much more that the original games don't give you. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many possibilities, and I love that. And as we keep going on and we play more Fangans, I hope people just realize that, like, you know, just play these and watch these with an open mind. You know what I mean? Like, don't sit here and judge them and say that they're stupid or they suck just because, you know, they're not like top quality compared to others. And, you know, comparing Fangans sucks, and then comparing Fangans to the original series, that's mean too. Like, try not to do that as best as possible. You know what I mean? Just appreciate it for what it's worth, because all of these people making these Fangans are just doing it for fun, completely for fun, no profit involved whatsoever. This is just people that have come together and said, like, hey, let's just create a project, and they're doing it, and that's amazing. Great for sure. I feel like you've given a ton of creators so much motivation and happiness, and not steer people away from something that's fan made. It really makes all the weeks / months, etc. so worth it. So many creators work so hard, and you reacting makes them all so happy to get this sweet time with you and your audience. Yeah, that's awesome. I think the sub bombings are done too. Thank you so much for the kind words though, Moritaru. Sorry, I can't talk today. You're amazing. But yeah, say it loud for the people in the back. A reasonable observation given the circumstances. However, it is important to see normality for what it is.
This is but a social construct.
A mere construct firmly rooted in the company you keep. Yes, but... Jeez. Just as we said that, we got another sub. K Hearts with the tier 1 sub gifted to Zippy Melanie. Some of these people, I don't even know who they are. Like, I don't even think I've seen some of these people. Mr. Moneyback! Thank you guys so much for it. All of this. This has been amazing. What the hell is wrong with you scrubs? Huh? Oh, I like this character. Oh my god, he reminds me of this character from Makaku City Actors. No, these designs are so cool. You sound like you were arguing. And at times like this, there's only one solution. We must all band together and surrender at 20. What?
Just kidding.
Okay. Keck, you should have seen the look on your faces. And a fine hello to you too.
Something's not right about
you
this.
You look familiar. Have I met you before? Probs. But since you don't seem sure, I'm left with no choice.
Allow me to show you pure greatness in human form. My name is Zeke, and I'm the ultimate esports gamer.
The ultimate esports gamer? Automatically like him.
Meet-Yu. Just kidding.
Ultimate esports gamer. That's hype. Hi Zeke, I'm Blaise, the ultimate teacher. Teacher, you say?
So much hard.
You mean the people who always try to confiscate my laptop in class? Yeah, those people. I like the color scheme he has going on. Same. My sworn enemies? Well, maybe you shouldn't be playing games in class.
What a scrub.
Boo. Hiss. What a killjoy. I bet you're just like the rest of them. In his defense, he's an ultimate. And you don't become an ultimate by just being an ordinary run-of-the-mill scholar, or in your case, gamer. I presume the same would apply to a person in the position of ultimate teacher.
Wow.
True. I guess it's fun trying to team fight while also dodging the teacher's skill shots IRL. He said IRL. It's just another challenge, really. Every day, there's someone new trying to unseat me from my #1 spot. You know, salt's kind of like fingerprints.
Let me pretend
The texture's different for every person, or something like that.
See.
So you're some bigwig in the esports scene? If by bigwig you mean everyone's heard of me and wants me to sign their Mimo hat, then sure, Mimo hat? Before you ask, they respect me because I don't follow.
Ugh, so passive.
The meta. His body visibly shuddered as the word pressed to his lips. He doesn't follow the meta, guys. Mimo, yeah. Hey, Mono, he said memo. Right. I take it that you're related to
That only makes sense.
a comedian? He was in entertainment too, if I'm not mistaken.
What an unbelievable 200 IQ strat.
Wowzers. Did he just say a 200 IQ stat? I hope you didn't strain your mental faculties too hard there, old man. Old man? Lel, but you're right. Everyone knew us as titans in the entertainment industry, with me as a great leader and him as a greater feed.
Something's not right about
Hold on.
this.
Wasn't he the great family leader? Keck, who said anything about a great family?
Why am I not surprised?
He's got you there. I don't need the running commentary, thanks. But speaking of great families, now you stand to succeed him as the head of entertainment itself. He must have been close to you, right? Pardon me for saying so, but you don't seem all that torn up over his death.
Wow, that's old.
Heck, I've had plenty of time to mourn honest. Besides, people who are trash at video games are a dime a dozen. Just kidding. I'm beginning to see why gamers have such a bad rep. You said you're a teacher, am I right? Then would you mind if I quizzed you on something? Just for you, Blaise. I've already asked Mr. Edgy Stick Lord his questions. Indeed, you have. I don't like the sound of this. Go ahead.
That deserves a nerf.
Make sure you think long and hard about this. If you answer wrong, I might have to kill you. Kill me? Just kidding. All right, just kidding. Haha, that's funny. In a video game, what is the most important thing that a player must do? Avoid tilting your teammates, destroy the enemy base, throw yourself at the enemy team. I'm gonna be a smartass and say destroy the enemy base. Destroy the enemy base? What the fuck?
Wow, that's old.
What a classic old person response. Huh? So simply winning is enough to you? Yeah, I would think so. What about playing a good match? How could anyone possibly feel satisfied like that? Don't you care about winning?
Yep.
Yes, but winning is only a destination, an inevitable destination. I'm sure Eden gave you the same spiel about death, but this thing's legit.
Ugh, so passive.
Don't your eyes start to glaze over when you do the same thing over and over again without trying anything else? Isn't it boring? Kinda. To be honest, I just assumed that most sane people would take the easy win. Anyway, I'm done talking. My brain cells need time to respond after that. And no,
Okay, thanks.
I'm not kidding. You called us a boomer, basically. Blaise, don't you feel that he would transform into Kokichi in any second now? Kinda, yeah. He's pretty similar, I guess. And just like that, you found yourself alone with Sigmund once more. I try not to compare the characters, but yeah, I guess he's sort of like Kokichi. You were smiling, weren't you? Me? Why would I have been smiling? Perhaps Zeke's obstructive nature reminded you of the classroom. If you don't mind me asking. Just what was your student like exactly? That ultimate puzzler of yours? Don't feel like journeying your way to the answer.
The possibilities.
There's some questions that can only be answered by inquiry. An inflexible methodology is never something to be celebrated. I don't remember much about him, about the specific experiences we shared, but I do remember the raw pain. The feeling of complete emptiness that followed his death. It seems the bond you shared was very powerful indeed. The brain never forgets, Blaise. Hi, Noraball. The protag is a boy. Their talent is ultimate teacher. They are not edgy. They're like a boomer, basically. What's the Fangan's gimmick? You get to actually choose the dialogue options, which is really cool. That's a cool gimmick. Not truly. This is just one of many marvels revolving around the human condition. Oh, I like her. I haven't not liked the design yet. This is great. Excuse me, is something the matter? I noticed you were both talking, so I simply bided my time.
How predictable.
Congratulations on meeting that group weirdo, though. I don't know, I'm having a hard time deciding. Like, I'm trying to see where the tracing is, but like I said, I'm not an artist, so I don't know how easy or hard it is to trace. Obviously, like, I would think tracing is pretty easy, right? But I don't see the tracing. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not an artist, but Blaise. You're about to meet one of the first people to awaken after the kidnapping incident.
How enlightening.
They say the experience changed her forever. I see you have retained your penchant for melodrama, Sigmund. The scouting program could not have rounded up a more peculiar assortment of ultimates for their top batch. The precise constitution of peculiar is a matter on which learned minds may differ.
Thinking.
Considering your accomplishments, I trust that you understand the premise of subjectivity. But of course, you certainly have a way with your words, Sigmund. And that's notwithstanding your impeccable timing. I have the perfect fate lined up for your companion there. The one you've served up to me on a silver platter. Yes, he shall be my next victim.
What was that supposed to mean?
This VA, she plays Reika, black-haired ultimate, in dedication. Really? Isn't Reika gonna be in that one Danganronpa Fangan? What is it called? Danganronpa the Brave or something like that? The one that's like a fighting game. It has like a fighting game roster. It's like a huge roster, and I think, hey, Cross, isn't one of the Shattered Hope characters in that one? I thought they were. What? Is this some kind of joke?
What a typical
Spoken like a true dumbbell. Someone like me wouldn't make that type of pointless joke. Now let's see. Will you be stolen from or made into the victim of indecent exposure? Yeah, Enigma. Okay, yeah. And if so, would it be from a man or a woman? Perhaps both? Or perhaps a crowd of men and women, with you as the only witness. What is happening, huh? Oh, how
impertinent of me.
Yeah, very impertinent.
Contextualization was never my forte, you see. My name is Florence. I'm the ultimate crime fiction novelist.
Crime fiction novelist. It's Danganronpa also. That's what it's called. We're featured in it. Enigma is, and then so is Reiko from Hope's Restoration, Jane Watson from Dead End, and Akira from one that's not released yet. That's so cool. Are you guys gonna like team up? Like, are they gonna have like some writing from you guys like in it? Like, are you guys gonna like collab with the writers and such? Like, kind of curious. And I'm Blaise, the ultimate teacher. Wait, Florence? I think I've heard of you.
How impressive.
I'm glad that my reputation seems to be preceding me.
Yeah.
It's a shame that none of your novels were selected for the standardized English syllabus. Tell me, Blaise, why do you read? Are we not driven by a desire to delve into fantastical situations? To jump into worlds quite unlike our own?
What a ridiculous custom.
Why would anyone write about something so droll that it fails to plumb the depths of fiction? I do love Scarlet from Shattered Hope, yes. Nah, just our characters are featured, but that sounds like a cool idea for the future. Right. One character in the Fangan basically has a bunch of merch of Fangan characters. Really? That's cool. You seem to be preaching to the choir, Florence. I'm simply making my case.
This is an insult.
Those boffins at the board wouldn't know true art if it riffed or rifled loudly through their pockets. Now remind me, to whom does the board answer?
That only makes sense.
The head of education?
Call it a hunch.
Precisely.
If you will.
I'll be counting on you when we succeed, Blaise. To offer a reasonable choice between murder and crimes so heinous, your spine will literally tingle while reading about them. Even still, I think it'll be hard to match the underlying appeal of a good murder mystery.
How petty.
Such a narrow worldview. It reminds me a lot of the Ultimate Writer. He didn't understand either, yet we corresponded nevertheless. Fancy having a pen pal in this day and age. He was never really a fan of murder mysteries, but the murders he wrote about still fascinated me.
Such.
Yeah, that was a Celeste sprite. I just noticed that. Just to point it out, Akira, the protag of the unreleased Fangan, is a girl according to the internet. Akira is a unisex name, both boy and girl. If this was a crash course, okay. Of course, his other stories were quite intriguing too. Take 69 Shades of Grey, for instance. Oh God, what a great book. Excellent novel. The audiobook was even better. There was an audiobook? I wonder how that sounded. I think I caught a few older students in my class reading it when it got released. They got quite, for your sake, I hope they didn't leave a mess. I hope so too. It's always fascinating to track the movement of societal tolerance.
What would Freud say?
Why, only mere decades ago, such a novel would have violated every conceivable norm. And yet, it remains the first of its kind to enjoy such immense success. A popular story is driven by novelty, my dear. For instance, consider the realm of murder mystery. Oops. How did I do this?
How predictable.
With the legalization of murder, it was only inevitable that domestic sales for murder mysteries would plummet dramatically. Oh? It just hit me.
Brilliant contribution.
Is that why you don't focus on murder mysteries? Blaise, Blaise, Blaise. You're only now connecting the dots? Granted, it's not the only reason, but it is certainly an operant one.
Something's not right about this.
But to a foreigner like me, the thought of your next door neighbor suddenly deciding to kill you with zero consequences, I see you are unaware of its conditional nature. Guns and other weapons of range are strictly prohibited. And of course, the would-be killer must register for a permit, after which many rounds of mandatory counseling take place.
What a novel idea.
You'd be surprised how remarkably this works. Only the lowest of the low get punished, society is cleaned up, and our homicide rate is the jewel of the world. Fancy this, getting rid of the human filth that would otherwise be unpunished.
How enlightening.
Perhaps a similar approach is warranted in the intellectual world. Please no. I should probably steer the conversation away from this topic. You're not planning to kill me, are you? You're not planning to kill me, are you? Was that a rhetorical question?
Please.
Please.
Excuse my phrasing.
There is no need to be alarmed. I may be a crime fiction novelist, but I try not to write from direct experience. Try? Don't worry.
Just like a crate of hippos.
She gave me an identical response when I asked the question earlier, in jest.
What a ridiculous custom.
I understand that murder is not legal everywhere, courtesy of my correspondences with the late Ultimate Writer. Personally, I thought the counseling requirement was tedious enough, but it pales in comparison to spending time in a quiet cell or hanging from the gallows. Well, nice to see that she's willing to draw the line somewhere. Anyhow, I think I prefer to be left alone for now. Bye, Florence! And just like that, she turned her back to us and walked off. Yeah, she said try. Legalized murder, huh? Thinking! Certainly a novel concept, in more than ways than one. Yeah, but it's still hard to believe that there are countries out there that would actually allow that. What countries are allowing murder? Let us pursue that thought at a different time.
My logic is infallible.
It would be rude to keep a gentleman waiting. What gentleman? Smash! I'm sorry. What the frick? Blaise, how on earth is your situational awareness so poor? Sigmund's right. This is my fault. Wait, whoa. He's cute. So there's no need to apologize. How gracious of you, good sir. I can tell that you are a respectable fellow. Is he like a butler or something? Oh, no, dude. His tone, it's remarkably formal. I should take the initiative. Hi, I'm Blaise, the ultimate teacher, and you are?
Please call me Dash, sir.
Dash!
I'm the ultimate barista, and I live to spread the joy of coffee.
Barista? Okay, that's a fancy barista. You're surprisingly normal, Dash. I shall take that as a compliment.
Much appreciated.
Thank you for your feedback, sir.
Interesting.
You have a peculiar definition of the word normal, Blaise.
Don't you start.
I heard that. I mean, no ill will, of course. As long as sir is being honest. I've had my fair share of customers whose very nature changed within the span of minutes. And in my compatriot's case, it's how this life was forfeited. Changing nature? Oh. He out here looking like a host. He does! He really does! Were you acquainted with the baker?
Very good, sir.
Yes, indeed I was. Together we ran the most successful cafe in the world. He baked the food and I handled the beverages. As a duo, we were to be truly unstoppable. I mean, a baker and a barista together? Oh my god, that would be the best coffee shop of all time. Unfortunately, fate had other plans. A truly cruel and unusual death. Crucifixion and slow muscular paralysis, if I recall. You needn't have said that. The image of my compatriot's corpse will haunt me until my dying days. Wow, he saw his friend die? I believe a change of subject is in order. Here you stand, the most likely successor to a great house.
The possibilities are
You must be
endless.
remarkably accomplished. However, I thought his great family controlled food. Isn't your talent exclusive to beverages? For all intents and purposes, anything that provides nutritional content is considered food. That's how the great family's founding doctrine goes anyway. That isn't to say that I'm not also a decent chef.
I trust that this is
It was merely the
satisfactory.
case that my beverages were especially renowned. My dear business partner used to speak highly of my coffee to his family. Just thinking about those golden days of our business makes me nostalgic.
Much appreciated.
It was an honor to work with someone who shared my interest in coffee. So the two of you are coffee addicts. How fortunate for him. Considering what happened to him, I would respectfully disagree, good sir. Without any access to coffee, his final days would have been excruciating for the poor... Oh no. What's happening? I'm sorry, but it appears to be wearing off. What is it? The coffee? The freaking coffee! What else? Okay. Oh no. He's sleeping with his eyes open?
Just like a crate of
The
hippos.
subject appears incapacitated. You know what to do, Blaise. Huh? I'm slapping him. Slap! He's still asleep. Slap! Oh, off. You hesitate, but only for a second. Slap! Seconds later, you hear him start to mumble something in his sleep. You lean in. Come any closer, and you can say goodbye to all 10 of your fingers. You abruptly jerk back. What is this uncomfortable feeling? Hey, Sigmund, is something wrong? Ugh. Wordlessly, you followed his gaze. Oh, who are you? I love you, Dash. He's cute. She looks well dressed. Hi there. I'm Blaise, the teacher. The ultimate teacher. I am
Groot.
Come again? Ultimate tree? Wait, what is happening? Look, trolling is only effective when it's never been done before. The one you call the ultimate troll wasn't lying. He was Groot. I am Groot. We are Groot. Not to mention, isn't Groot a male name?
Hey!
Did you just assume my gender? Oh no! Why did you do that? Blaise is fucking up. Yes, wait, no. I mean... Sniggering while keeping a perfectly straight face? Yep, they're definitely acquainted. Okay, what's your real name? My real name? That would be I Cup. Try spelling it out loud. Preferably the N old lady. No thanks. Fine.
The time has come to
It
reveal
really
my true
changed her
form.
name to I Cup.
To a select few, I am known as Virginia, the humble ultimate secretary.
Oh my god. Blaise gives himself hope that these people are normal before he speaks to them, but by the end of he's exhausted. It's so true. I don't like how the game was using sniggering. Like that's just too close to another word. Like you can slip up. You're literally a letter away from being banned from Twitch.
But to even more people, I am known as... but now is not the time for that.
Ultimate secretary. Well, Virginia is certainly more normal than Groot. A secretary, huh? If I recall correctly, the Ultimate Troll's great family was in charge of planning an organization. What is your relationship to this Groot person anyway? Min does great voice work. Did Min do the voice of this character? Because it sounds like Scarlet. Nah, bro, the ultimate tree. Yeah, I like the ultimate tree better. I'm his lover. No, you're not. That obvious? The slight smirk gave it away. Wait, whose lover are you? Oh, Groot? You're Groot's lover?
I'll add it to the file.
Ah, so your eyes aren't like that because of blindness. I do not have empty eyes. Yes, I am not his lover. I guess the actual term would be cousin. Yes, I am Groot's cousin. What? No smirk this time? Why does it sound like you just decided that on the spot?
Interesting.
Perfect. We've got a sharp one here. Sigmund, surely you have something to say.
Flawed logic.
No. I think I've already said plenty. But you haven't said anything. That's the point. He meant from before. Right, Sigmund. One day we're going to have to learn to work together for the good of the world. That's all that should matter. What? How understanding of you. Now it's for you, Blaise. Which appointment did you book? Was it the 3 o'clock one? Okay, I'll humor her for a bit. I guess so? 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You're about 12 hours too late. Huh? You see, when you said you wanted to book an appointment for 3 o'clock, I thought you meant AM, not EM. What? What a silly mistake.
It wasn't me.
If only you were more clear with your instructions so a lowly secretary like me could understand. If you'd like, I can book you in for a 3 p.m. appointment for next time. We should have a vacancy. Oh,
Visiting hours have ended.
sometime next year? Why did I do this to myself?
I see.
Well, it's clear to see that trolling runs in your family. Is this person the ultimate troll? Like, is Virginia the ultimate troll? I'm glad to hear it. No, really, I'm very glad.
The office is now closed.
On behalf of the family, I wish you were a very Groot day. I almost turned the game off right there. I'm sorry. I need to save real quick. I almost... That pun almost made me... It almost made me turn the game off. Can you believe it, Sigmund? The world's planning an organization handled by a family of trolls. Sigmund? My faith in the scouting regimen is absolute. Or regime, I meant to say. That bad, huh? Okay, deep breaths. You can do it. Camera's rolling. And start. Huh? A girl stood in front of us, a welcoming expression on her face. Oh, it's you. Best girl has arrived with the turtleneck on, y'all. The turtleneck. That turtleneck is powerful. You there? No, not you. Him. What's your opinion on the new trade deal? Is it really the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals? The spine, though? An interview? Which one exactly? One proposed by the esteemed Baron Van Orange, of course. Well, it's not really a big deal where I come from, so... Not a big deal, you say? Blaise nearly having a heart attack? Dude. That's a dumper. That's a dumper. Thank you for your input. That's not what I... She turned abruptly.
This
This just in. We have breaking news. Our reporter gets accosted in the streets and narrowly escapes with her life. Tune in at 6:30 for all the juicy details. Also coming up, what washed up teachers have to say about the new trade deal. You won't believe what happens next.
And cut.
Whew. The voice. How did she... Hey, I am not washed up. Then I'm not a reporter. The rival news stations will rejoice to hear. Washed up or not, you're still the ultimate teacher. Does that say something about the quality of teaching nowadays, or does it speak to the depths of your talents? I, for one, am interested to know.
This just in.
No need to look at me like that. It's my job to listen and observe, Blaise. But apologies for that. Your answer wasn't really interesting, so I had to improvise. Her blush is so cute. Blush is so cute. Oh my god.
Be the best, believe me.
Thank you for your understanding. The audience will love it.
Ah, how rude of me not to introduce myself. To the viewers, I am known as Elisa Cassidy, the ultimate journalist.
Oh my god.
This bulletin is being reported to you live from PIKIS, the home of quality journalism you can trust.
Who is the VA? See, oh my god. Just take my heart. Take my heart, please. Please. I see you haven't shed your surname. Or your attitude. Elisa, take it. Take it all. The VA is sick. The VA is amazing. Oh no, no. It's just the one I used for reporting. My real surname was nothing quite so grand. Elisa is my real given name, though. So feel free to call me that. Or anything, really. All good journalists can dish it and take it.
With the turf.
Just like a crate of hippos.
Under ordinary circumstances, this would be quite admirable. Whatever do you mean?
Thinking.
Oh, don't mind me. Come now, even if what I reported wasn't 100% accurate, a little bit of slander never hurt anyone. I would respectfully disagree. I can see the doubt oozing out of your eyes. What if I were to tell you that I've never once failed to uncover the truth in some way, shape, or form? But is it still the truth if you embellish it?
And cut.
Careful, Sigmund. It means you have a challenger for your title. And I invite more people to do so.
How enlightening.
Let it not be said that I would turn down a healthy intellectual discussion. There's way too many likable characters in this game. I hate it. I hate it so much I love it. No, thank you. Do you know what makes the difference between a good and an excellent journalist? It's not the ability to uncover the truth, but rather the ability to get people talking about it. Anybody can just say the truth, but not everyone is equipped to report on it. And I suppose therein lies the secret to your success. I sense you are worried.
Have your people talk to my people.
But fret not. No harm comes from my reporting to anyone who doesn't already deserve it. It could have been worse. I'm sure pervert doesn't sound quite as good as washed up. Well, I'm certainly no pervert either. Oh, please. What teenager isn't a pervert? I don't have the energy to argue at that point. Besides, do you really think I'd be the ultimate journalist if I kept getting called out for reporting false stories? Like I said, I value the truths about all else, coupled with my ability to present it.
We're airing this uncut.
Everything else is merely secondary. All this talk about reporting the facts. Are you the candidate for history?
Excuse me?
Please don't compare me to that guy. Full lethality. This objection that he's the sort of interview subject that needs subtitles, even if he's speaking in English. So you've already met? Oh, you'll meet him soon too if you haven't already. Very loud. Loves to point fingers. Is he talking about my boy? Reminds me of my ex. Okay? From what I know, the ultimate chameleon was an acquaintance of hers.
My logic is infallible.
Following on from different trends, or current trends, I think it is safe to say that she is now positioned to succeed him, not the historian. Oh, wasn't that the guy who died during a game of cards? That's the one. I wish I was there to report it in person. I'm sure he would have liked it.
This just in.
Only because he was a terrific informant. His talent made him completely indispensable. Blaise, I would I believe it would be prudent to change the topic. Agreed. Time to track down the loudmouth. The writing can really keep my attention. This writing is so good. The length makes it perfectly fine because the writing is so good. Yeah, okay. I was about to bring that up. Like, the writing's so good in this that I'm enjoying listening to each one of these characters because each character legitimately feels different. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you play games or you read stories where everybody kind of sounds the same because of the writer. But whoever wrote this, dude, like, each of these characters feel like someone different. Like someone else is talking. You know what I mean? I like that. They're doing a really good job. The writing's really good. Bye, Nora Ball. Thanks for coming to the stream. And the cast is really good. Time to go track down a loudmouth. This just in. Masochist publicly reveals himself. Huh? I just told you that he's a real thorn of a person to be around. So how do you respond? Better go find him. I want to know who the writer is. Do you really not know, Cross? I must say that I share his sentiment. Yes.
I wonder what the audience would think.
But for you, it's not as surprising. I'd say this is more curiosity than masochism. And the line between the two is fine indeed.
This bulletin was brought to you live.
I shall leave you to your proclivities. We parted ways. All right, time to go find that person.
Possibilities.
Such
are
enthusiasm. Hey, Sigmund, what do you think of the surname Rule? I presume you're bringing this up because of our conversation with Elisa. Yes, I am. It's not exactly a small sacrifice, is it?
Something's not right about this.
I mean, our surnames are part of who we are. But the reasoning for it is sound. By becoming world leaders, we can no longer tie ourselves down to just one single family.
My logic is infallible.
Instead, we are rising to the station of a great family head. A family driven not by a biological relationship, but by a desire to shape the world. Cross wrote it, joking. You're right, of course. I mean, it's not like we're prohibited from interacting with our families. So I keep telling myself that my surname no longer matters and that it was nothing significant. Even still, if it's a familial bond you wish to maintain a name, I do believe our given names already say plenty about us. Sigmund's an interesting name. Were you named after Freud, the famous psychologist? I'd like to think so. Honestly, I don't know what possessed my parents to name me as thus.
This is but a social construct.
Names are but a social construct. Some may identify with it, but at the end of the day, it is simply another convenient string of letters. None of what he's saying is technically wrong, but I don't think I could look at the world in such an over-rational lens. Anyway, I believe I know the individual to whom Elisa was referring. Time to see if the hypothesis rings true. Remember, this is just out of curiosity, not masochism.
Why am I not
surprised? Oh, please, there's no need to maintain that facade with me.
Don't mind me.
Manga Boy is the creator of that Fangan we brought up earlier, Danganronpa Ultimate. Really? Hi, Manga Boy. Hey! Welcome. Who said it's a facade? Aha! Volunteers! Oh my god, is that Miles Edgeworth? Loud. Check. Volunteers? What for? I was wondering. Do you want to... Yes? Build a...
That is the opinion of the law.
Contract? A contract? It's official. Half the people here are clinically insane. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a contract. Any legal relationship will do. Why, if you leave your door unlocked, I would be delighted to rob you, slip on the stairs while making my escape, then sue you for my injuries. You too, Sigmund.
Do you consent to these terms?
Wait, what? Don't think I've forgotten about you. Well, it seems my hypothesis was correct.
How objectionable.
Okay. What if I were to guarantee that I would win? No win or your money back. My 100% win rate surely helps my claim to... We have found Miles Edgeworth's son. He is right here. This is him. My 100% win rate surely helps my claim look a little more convincing, yes?
I will have order.
That and my platinum trophy. What is this, PlayStation? But we're the ones getting sued. How is his guaranteed win supposed to reassure us? Why must they always plead the fifth?
Oh, don't tell me.
Oh, don't tell me.
You're here to laugh at Pierce, the magnificent bumbling lawyer? Well, are you?
I'll just calmly accept that as his introduction. Pierce, the ultimate lawyer. He's a prosecutor. No matter.
Initiating Mein Kampf test.
Your true intentions will be made clear enough once I run the Mein Kampf test on you. All will be laid bare. Bare. Hey, Sigmund, why didn't you... You know. Blaise, it is not my place to make value judgments about a person I barely even know. I'm surprised he was able to say that with a straight face.
Hold it right there.
I'm right here, you know. Anyway, I take it that you're the candidate chosen to succeed the ultimate horse historian. Aha! Eager to change the topic, are you? Very well, I'll humor you, but only because it was a great guess. Yes, you thought the history successor would be someone who directly studies history, but instead it is I, the ultimate lawyer. Objection, hold it. Take that. I thought no such thing. Oh, you didn't? My bad. Besides, the connection isn't too hard to make.
It only makes sense.
Lawyers rely heavily on precedent and existing regulations to make their case, both of which are forms of history. Someone who understands me, this can't be. Why, it's as if you're a fully functional human being. I am, though.
Objection!
Does every robot ever. Don't think this will make me drop my guard around you. Still, I will treasure this moment along with the time I went full lethality as a mere rookie. Just don't mention in front of a certain someone with shades. She looked like she wanted to kick me when I spoke those words. Full lethality. Tick. And a person with shades. Why am I hesitating? Yes, full lethality. It's a term exclusive to my agency. A very successful agency. I feel sorry for the people he sued. Full lethality is the style of advocacy where the lawyer throws caution to the wind. In short, the lawyer seeks to present an immaculate case that perfectly represents our client's claims. Isn't that all cases done by a competent lawyer, though? But there's only one subtle difference. Full lethality is an exclusive attack-based method. As the lawyer has invested so heavily in creating a strong argument, there's simply no other resources left to dedicate to defense. Even the smallest hole could kill your entire case. Hole. You're a perv, Pierce. I think you and I are going to get along just nicely. If you say so.
That is the opinion of the law.
In the courtroom, words can easily be as strong as any bullet or blade. I wonder how a courtroom would compare to a classroom. Like the class trial. I'm sure each has its ups and downs. So, do either of you have any questions you'd like to ask me at this stage? Sigmund? All yours. Okay, Blaise, you gotta say something right about now. Something right about now. Something right about now. Could it be? Are your circuits frying? No, I just accidentally blurted out something I was thinking by mistake.
Please add that to the
Amazing.
record.
This machine is almost more human than human. I'm Kibo now. That's because I am human. And realistic, raw human emotion too. Your creator must have been a very gifted person. Yes, I'll be sure to pass that on to my parents. Who are both scientists, no doubt. Yes. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut. The silent treatment, eh? Perfect. This will make the test much easier.
Initiating Mein Kampf.
Involuntary dilation of the iris. Fluctuations in pupil positioning as the eyes move within its sockets. That's because I'm rolling my eyes, you idiot! And flexible eye movements too. You must be an exceptionally advanced model. Your humanity even earns a passing grade. Okay, for the last time... Wait, really? Okay, I take that back. A human definitely wouldn't have reacted with such uncertainty regarding their own humanity. I blame you. Anyway, it was a pleasure talking to you. I'll see you later. I can't remember the last time my lie physically hurt me like that. I hope you didn't notice how quickly I was speaking.
Objection!
Yikes! Soon? The next time you see me will be very soon. Yes, of course. That's what I meant. Let's just keep looking around. You'll hear no complaints from me. Distance between the points, approximately 33.7 meters. Give or take a tenth of a meter. He did the thingy. He did do the thingy. Yes, he did. He did it. He did the thingy. He said the word. He said the one word that I was waiting for. I was waiting for that word. The word that all of us were waiting for. He said it! Go, Kira! Welcome. How have you been? I have to say, Blaise, this is super fun and I'm glad I joined this. Seeing your reaction makes it funnier. Ah, thank you. I appreciate it. Estimated time of travel assuming a running start. Please be normal. Please be normal. Hello? A person stood in front of us, earphones plugged in and mumbling under his breath. However, traveling that route is an imperfect line. Be calculating. I noticed you were still in possession of your phone. Have you tried calling for help? I wanted to ask this earlier, but you disappeared before I had the chance. I wonder if he heard you. The music's playing so loudly that even I can hear it. Already tried. Signal's dead.
How disappointing.
What a Herculean shame. Not really. I still have my music. That's all I need for my calculations. Person of simple delights, I see.
Just leave me alone.
I didn't come here to take value judgments from unqualified personnel. None of us came here for our own volition. Assuming you were also abducted. I was. So that means we're going to have to work together. Share information. Discuss things as a group.
That only makes sense.
This manner of contribution should be encouraged if we want to survive. My.
What a pleasant surprise.
Was that the teacher side of you starting to pull through? He's still not opening up. I know. Are those some anime soundtracks I hear? They might be.
So what?
So what if they are? Just making an observation. I'm not trying to be judgmental. So far, so good. Good to hear. How does he hear?
Calculating the most efficient.
Do you have anything important to say? Or can I go back to enjoying the piece? The piece? At that volume? I don't think this would qualify as important, but I was wondering if we could introduce ourselves. Sounds inefficient. I'm out. Excuse me? Introducing each other? It's a waste of energy. For all we know, the kidnappers could have brought us to this place in order to slowly starve us to death. We're both going to need all the energy that we can get if that's the case. Fair point, but his approach still seems rather unhelpful. Besides, at times like this, can I be sure that you are really who you say you are? You're a complete stranger. You could even be one of the kidnappers. Same goes for you, Sigmund. I see you've been listening. Why wouldn't I be? Well, trust is too loosely given nowadays. Just look at what happened to the ultimate nomad. His problem was that he was too trusting of others. Not a care in the world, and the results spoke for themselves. But he lived.
What do you want?
Is this your idea of a joke? Or did I mishear? No, why would I joke about something like that? He survived the killing game. It can't be. Every quantifiable element was pointing towards his imminent death. I presume you didn't watch as it was being aired? No, I did not. I just knew him. There are some whose dispositions leave them exceptionally vulnerable in life or death situations. He was one such person. Understandable. You thought he was doomed to die, and that's why you didn't watch. Tell me this. If you had the choice to watch your best friend get brutally murdered and be powerless to stop it, would you take it? Raises a good point. I could have done the same. But I don't regret watching. I saw that he wasn't helpless. His death had a purpose, which every viewer could see. I'm honestly quite surprised. If you didn't know that the Nomad is alive, wouldn't that mean that he hasn't been in contact with you since he left?
Data.
It's complicated.
Insufficient.
He was always on the move, and we would regularly drop out of contact while growing up. I love how they know about the killing games and everything, and there's obviously lore outside of what we're, you know, viewing right now, which is cool. This Fangan is like one of my top ones so far. That's crazy. And we're only in the prologue. Dude, I'm in the prologue and I'm 2 hours. This stream is 2 hours long. And we're in the prologue. But our friendship is true. I'm sure he will reach out to me eventually when the time is right. Moreover, the world empire has been busy overseeing the handover of power from the old ruling families. I cannot imagine if he would have so much free time. Yeah, we're only in the prologue.
Calculating the most efficient outcome.
You said you wanted an introduction, yes? Will that get you off my back? Sure. Upon hearing my response, he immediately stuck out a hand for me to shake.
Magnus is the name. Efficiency is the game.
And like these, it's giving us so much character development. Like we're learning about each character right now so much to the point where I have time to fall in love with these characters before they end up dying. Like we're going to get to our first victim pretty soon in chapter 1. And that's just going to tear me apart because I'm already falling in love with each and every one of these characters. We're getting so much, you know, deposition. It's great.
Ultimate navigator.
Oh no. I'm getting so much depth. How many people are still left to meet? I don't know. I like lost count of how many people we met so far. There's so many. And I'm Blaise, also known as the ultimate teacher. So you're a navigator? Like the sort of person directing a ship or plane? Among other things, yes. I'm known far and wide for my ability to calculate the most efficient route to take between 2 given points, while accounting for all known obstacles. By all measurements, I'm a great guide, however. He lowered his voice.
Data.
I can't give your life a sense of direction. So I would appreciate it if you didn't bother me with your insecurities. That sounded very rehearsed. Well, I'll try not to. Good. Is there anything else, or will that be all? Chapter 1 is just way to start off a Fangan? Really? It's that crazy? Well, how about the thoughts on everyone? What do you think of everyone else? Sum it up in one word. Tiresome.
Rounding to the nearest second.
You know something's wrong when that teacher wearing a sweater and tie in the middle of summer appears to be one of the more sane people here. Not exactly the most difficult inferences from available data. I'll have you know that I'm quite fond of this sweater. It's a nice one. It was a present. The whole class chipped in and commissioned the ultimate seamstress to make this for me. And she was great. She was an ultimate. I may have overstepped my bounds. Sorry. I didn't expect you to be the apologizing type.
What do you want?
What the heck is that supposed to mean? No matter. He started stomping away. If you ever want to know the most efficient route for traveling somewhere, you let me know, will you? Otherwise, I'd love if you didn't waste my time. He's a tough nut to crack, all right? Tough but sincere. Just don't go saying it to his face.
What's
Something the matter, Sigmund? To think that one of us would refuse to partake in the spectacle of a viewership. It is, as he has said, not everyone could have watched that killing game with a sense of detachment. To see the leaders of the world empire reduced in such a way? And yet, I am left wanting. Why did I watch with such keen fascination? Perhaps I had long since disassociated the man that was from the man that once had been. The man that was. The ultimate psychiatrist. The man that I knew. He died long before the killing game ever began. Even if the version of him in that killing game evoked a scent of familiarity, it was but a ghostly apparition. Perhaps the ultimate puzzler was the only person whose actions could be lauded for staying out of that sordid affair. Sailor Moon? She's cute. What an idiot. Excuse me? Is this more Phoenix Wright music? A shovel is a shovel. A spade is a spade.
How meaningless.
And an idiot is an idiot. Is that your motto? What's it to you? I guess it doesn't matter. What's up with this girl? I see you're the same as ever. Typical. Being an idiot is bad enough, but trying to hide it? Unforgivable. Are you talking to me? Are you an idiot? I'd like to think not. And then there's the people whose behinds are useful only for warming the top of a fence. Wait, what? Fence sitters. It means I hate fence sitters. Why not just say that to begin with? I'm going to take a wild guess and say you were acquainted with the ultimate shooter. Wait, what? You're just begging to get shot, aren't you? So, am I right? Seriously, is it even possible for a single person to radiate so much negative energy?
What a joke.
You have no business talking about him. For people like you, I feel nothing but contempt. Is there anything she doesn't hate?
How meaningless.
I take it like you'd like me to introduce myself. Word around the school is that there's a kid in a sweater who's trying to get to know everyone and won't take no for an answer. Along with crazy Socrates. Crazy Socrates? So I went from being old to just a kid? Let me guess, you hate kids too? Actually, no, I love kids. Well, color me surprised. But knowing what they'll become, it's just too much. So she doesn't hate me? She just called me a kid after all.
Idiot.
But I hate people who make idiotic assumptions, so now I don't know what to think about.
Let's just get this out of the way.
Let's just get this out of the way.
I'm Mona, but if you're like everyone else, I'll be the ultimate weapons master to you.
She's cute.
Well, not very impressive, is it?
She has a good voice actor too. I think I've heard of you. You're well known in psychology circles.
How enlightening.
Even today, I continue to marvel at the complexities of the human mind. Say again? You might as well hear it from me before that idiot starts embellishing it. I have two separate personalities. One for the day and one for the night. Wait, what? Split personalities? And the two personalities just so happen to complement each other to near perfection.
The possibilities
effectively
are
granting her the combined talents of two people.
So what?
What? Thought I warned you not to embellish it. I received no such explicit warning, I'm afraid. Besides, as candidates, it is essential that we reach a mutual understanding. He's really playing with fire.
What a joke.
The me you see now is an expert with weaponry. I can master particularly any weapon just by looking at it.
A brilliant contribution.
That's very impressive. Don't tell me she also hates receiving praise.
How meaningless.
That's just the current me. The one that comes out at night dabbles in inventing. Her tolerance for idiocy is also high. Much higher. Whatever reason she may have for that escapes me. And what if your relationship to the ultimate shooter? The ultimate shooter? Hold on. You mean you're not going to keep badgering me about my condition? No. Why would I do that? Right then.
This was an exception.
The ultimate shooter, he was no idiot. We had something of a rivalry going on. By day, we were on the range, competing marksman to markswoman. And by night, I'd be supplying him with new equipment so that he could remain the worthy rival that he was. I was never able to beat him in a straight rifle shooting competition. And he never wronged me, not even once. Such a person is one in a billion. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss.
What a pointless lie.
Someone like you couldn't possibly understand. I suggest you don't even bother trying. Actually, I know how it feels. To lose someone you care about, I think it's something the three of us all share. God. I think I'll leave you to it. Sigmund? Let's go. Sorry to take up your time. Feeling the weight of impending doom on your shoulders, you decide to power walk yourselves to safety. Mona seems a bit reserved. Such a fascinating psychological anomaly.
What would Freud
To think that her condition would actually serve to insinuate her talents. Yeah, seriously. Clack! Really, Blaise? Again?
Don't mind me.
Hi. Sorry about that. No need to be alarmed. This is what I wanted. After observing your movement patterns, I positioned myself so that we would make physical contact, thus initiating conversation. It appears my estimations were accurate. This voice, it's... Wait, who? have a robot? Like an actual... I love it. Yo, wait. But hold on, though. Chief. That... Oh, my God. I love this character. Who the hell? I need to talk to whoever wrote this, dog. They actually sat here. There's so much writing that went into this. They wrote, like, literally all of these characters. Like, this is so much dialogue. And then they have the different options, the dialogue choices. So that's even more dialogue to write on top of dialogue. It's just like, holy crap. This is crazy. This is a lot of work. Robo waifu, I know, right? Slowly, you began to take in the features of the strange figure standing before you. You're
a robot. That is an accurate description.
This is the actual robot, not me.
I am model M11. Primary designation Y, sub-designation U. But please, call me Mii-Yu. I hope we can learn to get along.
Mii-Yu? You mean Wii U? Wii U. Wow. I had precisely the same reaction myself. What a marvel of engineering. So this is the ultimate question mark. To think that robots truly do walk among us. I've always wanted to meet a robot, and you're so adorable. Oh, this strange sensation. You are too kind. Dare I ask if you are male or female? Blaise. Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea. Though I am modeled to have a feminine appearance, I do not identify with either sex. Okay. You may call me he or she.
If you would allow me
However,
to interject.
Please do not call me it. So robots really are sensitive about that. There's also no need to spare my feelings by pretending I am not a robot.
I'm glad of this outcome.
I have already made peace with that fact. There's someone who's been doing that? Scanning.
Presenting
That is
logic.
correct. A boy with a loud voice. He mentioned something about me passing the quote, unquote. Oh my God. I am 100% certain that you are human, he added soon thereafter. I knew the ultimate lawyer would be coming after her. The Nintendo Mii-Yu? Either he really is being polite or there's something seriously wrong with the test. The Nintendo Mii-Yu. So Mii-Yu, do you know why you are here? Are you part of the candidate pool applying as successors to the world empire? Scanning. Sorry, there is insufficient data to fulfill your information retrieval request. It seems that I have nothing in my memory bank originating from before today. That's very strange. And yet, here she is. This can't just be coincidence. Affirmative. Why am I here? That I do not know. I already sense a feeling of general distrust towards me, but I assure you,
If you would allow me to interject.
I am just as uninformed as the rest of you about this situation. I have nothing to do with it. So your claims are thus. You are not a world candidate, and you are also not an accomplice in our kidnappings.
Affirmative.
That is correct. That invariably leads to more questions. It also seems that you are unable to assert your innocence with complete certainty. That is a fair observation. All I know now is my programming. And on that matter, it is modeled after a shared learning program. It is through interaction that I get the data needed to improve myself. Therefore, is there anything you wish to ask me? Something that falls outside the scope of memory? Tell a knock-knock joke. I need to hear one. Knock-knock.
Logical error.
Are you okay? You're supposed to say who's there. But why? A door or other similar obstruction does not exist between us. Further, both of us have the facial recognition capacity needed to identify the other. Please just say it.
Updating existing data.
Accessing free will drive. Overriding logical cognition. Who's there? Opportunity. But Opportunity doesn't have a physical form. Moreover, is your name not Blaise? Has my sound detection system been compromised? Okay, I think I'll stop here. Oh my God. Just remember though, Opportunity doesn't knock twice. You know, that's actually big facts. I think I understand the joke.
Bookmarking for
Nice
future
one.
reference.
Hey, that was a good joke, low key though. And it's kind of true. Remember, Opportunity doesn't knock twice. so take it on the first time. She makes a sound that vaguely resembles laughter. Opportunity can indeed come more than once, so to say it doesn't is funny. Well, it was worth a shot. A robot, huh? And she's not a candidate like the rest of us are. Imagine calling a dude with a girl voice a he. I wonder what her purpose is. For now, though, there's no point letting yourself be preoccupied with those thoughts. You're nearly done meeting your colleagues in leadership. Only 2 to go. Okay, we got 2 more. I have found my best girl. Who posted that dick in the chat? Because you gotta get a timeout. I'm sorry. We can't be posting no big ass schlongs in here. Give this man the 10-minute timeout. 600 seconds. But that girl. Is she an acquaintance of yours?
That only makes sense.
No doubt about it. She's the one. Come again? The girl I saw at the graveyard. Ah, right. Her name. Nataliya. Blaise-kun? Ohio! What are you doing here? Blaise-kun? It makes me sound like some kind of pocket monster. What were you doing sleeping on the floor? I almost didn't notice you.
I'm sorry for that.
Ah, go in.
Seriously.
I was feeling a bit tired, so I decided to place myself under arrest, Nyan. My ears, they bleed. What is this? Why is she talking like a weeb? And never underestimate the value of a good afternoon nap. Especially if you don't usually take one. Variety is the spice of life. You should try it sometime. It tastes great in an omelet. Right. Blaise-kun, the empty-eyed look really doesn't suit you.
Leave it to me.
Oh, I know. Why don't we break the ice with a psyche-evil? A man has his back turned to you, and you have a knife in your hand. Would you stab him?
What was that supposed
What
to
kind of question
mean?
is that? Of course I wouldn't. Sigmund? I think I'll let you take this one, Blaise.
Thinking.
I'm interested to know the results, too. What's her talent? She's the ultimate otaku. She's the ultimate otaku. She has Sayaka sprites, immediate distrust to death flag. Yikes. Well, that was easy peasy, wasn't it? Now, how about if the man had just finished robbing your house? My answer is the same. I'll drop the knife and walk away.
That's new.
Interesting, but why? Or she could be like the ultimate FBI. Okay, I found my worst girl. Nah, bruh. Cross, stop. Don't do this. Don't do this to us. Because it wouldn't be right. And I trust the law enforcement family to catch the culprit later. Or is she the ultimate detective? You do. And Nataliya, we've met before, haven't we? At a graveyard? A memorial to mourn the victims from the last killing game? It was a short meeting, but most impressions are formed within minutes, if not seconds of meeting someone. And I distinctly remember thinking that I could trust you. Oh, I need to save. Hold on. That little monologue of yours could have given Sigmund a run for his money. Something about light, existence, and that little friend of yours. I'm sorry to the both of you. Most of us weren't lucky enough to have a loved one survive that killing game.
How illogical.
I apologize for something you bear no responsibility for. True enough. And Blaise, is your memory still hazy? How do you figure?
I will rehabilitate you.
You forgot to call me Not-chan like you promised. Doesn't sound like something I'd promise. And you clearly don't know yourself well enough. Nataliya, allow me to clarify something. Were you really sleeping from the time we dispersed earlier? Hi. It was a deliberate choice for someone who didn't wish to be disturbed.
Leave it to me.
Did you know that you could trick the human mind into perceiving a person, not their identity, if you position yourself in a certain way? So that's why. I see. Am I missing something here?
That only makes sense.
Besides, being short must have helped quite a bit. Oh, crap. Slip of the tongue. Damn, he just called her short. That's your first strike, Blaise. 3 strikes and you're out. She's actually angry. Anyway, what brings you here, Blaise?
That's new.
This hardly seems like the sort of place you'd go to in your spare time. Well, long story short, I was kidnapped shortly after leaving the memorial by a bunch of men in mass.
Okay,
Speaking from experience, that sounds painful. Experience? That's all I know for now, though. Huh? Blaise appears to be suffering from some form of traumatic memory loss. I see. Wait, is she not? Well, it could have been worse. At least I didn't have my memories taken from me. Ah, so you're an optimist. I just knew it from the moment you offered your help to me. The world needs more people like you. Oh, it was probably, nothing. I hate to break it to you, but the mere fact that you are regaining some of your memories does little to dispel the possibility of a more sinister form of memory loss.
Again?
Come again? But the results are as yet inconclusive, of course. So you say you were kidnapped? And you too, Sigmund? Unfortunately so. These facts don't seem to deviate too strongly from the experiences of everyone else here.
Let's investigate.
It appears we were all kidnapped with some contextual variations in the methodology. Oh? For instance, wait, it might be easier if I recreate the scene. What are you? What you about to do? Hello. Excuse me, sir? Which seems to be the problem? Sir, you were driving over the speed limit, 100 kilometers an hour over to be precise. Oh my god, my favorite porn starts off like this. Intoxicated, perhaps? Please blow into this breathalyzer. Sir, please do not be offended that I use kilometers instead of miles. Everyone knows that kilometers are the superior unit of measurement. My favorite what? Oh, nothing. I didn't say anything. Sir?
What now?
So what happened next?
Jeez.
Oh, he blew all right. The back of my head, that is. Wait, what? Okay, wait, that came out wrong.
What would Freud say?
Or it was a Freud slip. Or it was a... or it was a Freudian slip. I plead the fifth. And yeah, that about does it. Wait, so they got you to come to them by speeding? Yep. It's like no one can take a joke anymore. Knocking a young lady out because of her superior taste in measurement units?
Sheesh.
Is that what they teach you at kidnapping school nowadays? They were probably going to knock you out anyway. Blaise. I know how much force is needed to knock someone out.
That's new.
That was more than excessive. Okay. Point taken. Bye, Slevexa. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that he didn't say a word, and I was then knocked unconscious from behind. So she was silent because she was trying to reenact her own unconsciousness? The music was also massively inappropriate.
Nani?
Music? What music? Nothing. Thankfully, they knocked me unconscious while I was still grinning.
I will
Did he just break?
rehabilitate you.
Did he just break the fourth wall with that? I hope it gave them nightmares.
I see.
There are 2 very interesting details about your story just then. Only 2? 2 main ones. Oh, do tell.
Leave it to me.
I love hearing Sugoi observations. First of all, there must have been at least 2 kidnappers. Sugoi observations? Hi, it would have been impossible to strike the back of my head if they were right in front of me, Nyan. I really shouldn't have tried so hard to make that play on words. Again, I don't think you were knocked out because of your jokes. Well, only because of your jokes anyway. And also, the kidnappers are clearly confident that we won't be able to escape from wherever they've taken us. Oh?
Listen closely, everyone.
You were holding proof of it earlier. The nightstick. They didn't take it from you while you were unconscious. That shows a high degree of confidence.
That's new.
What's up, M6? Welcome to the stream. That's quite the analytical mind you have there, a Blaise-kun. Now I am ablaze? I'm equally impressed. I can see how such information processing capabilities would be useful for a teacher. Hi! Why do you keep saying hi to me? You're right there. That glowing brain is sure to come in handy. I don't think my brain is all that amazing, and it's always let me down whenever I really needed it. The human mind works in mysterious ways. For now, the simulators don't just end with us all getting kidnapped. As you may know, we're all members of the 50th batch of applicants. Well, almost all of us. But not Mii-Yu. Correct. Out of our entire motley crew, like the band, she's the sole anomaly. Interesting. So including Mii-Yu, the kidnappers managed to capture the entire 50th batch and gather them all together in one place? That's honestly incredible, if not insane. But why? What could be their purpose for this? Just thinking of the resources this would take up is keep making my head spin. I take it from your response that you two are a member of the 50th batch.
Never give up.
Not that I'm surprised. Any old baka can see this. Can they, though? Bakas.
As logic dictates.
I heard he got him caught up to speed with this. As I was saying earlier, the addition of Blaise means that everyone from our batch is accounted for. All 16 of us ultimates. How would something like this even be possible? The sheer logistics would be insane. Now for the next observation. Each of us is closely related to one of the participants in the original killing game. Namely, the ultimate formerly in control of the Great House that we each applied for. Which would provide the appearance of nepotism. But for the stringent anti-corruption measures imposed by the system. Hi, we see you. An incredible coincidence, or perhaps a sign of something bigger, who knows?
Leave it to me.
I even took the liberty of doing some Sugoi cross-referencing between the other 49 batches before we got here. Dang, she's smart. None of them had a full 16 candidates with pre-existing relationships.
Jeez.
Of course, I'd have already known about our batch's difference if we were actually permitted to research members of our own batch.
Where's the logic in this?
What an unduly restrictive rule. Sugoi cross-referencing? But enough of all this seriousness. It's polluting the air more powerfully than even the scent of bitter gourd. You don't like bitter gourd? Nope. Especially when it's some pie. That's preparing it, this silly baka. Wait, what? Whoa. Sampai? Sampai? Now, please allow me the pleasure of formally introducing myself, citizen. But I already know you. Oh, I don't think you do. Anyway.
My name is Nataliya, little sister to the ultimate detective.
It is the ultimate detective!
But I'm better known as the ultimate warden.
Oh, the ultimate warden. Ultimate warden. The ultimate Sugoi girl. Wait, you're the ultimate warden, as in head officer of a prison?
Huh?
Well, what did you expect me to be? I actually kind of love her, though. The ultimate Moe-kun? Weeb? Kawaii Desu? Is it bad if I say yes to all three? I'm thinking out loud again. Don't be stupid. What sorts of abilities would those be? The talent system is already flawed enough as it is. True! Huh?
Sheesh.
Besides, the baton should have made it obvious, you baka. But you could have been a cosplay? You know I still have my handcuffs with me, right?
Yeah.
Point taken.
That was a mistake.
You don't think I have the right figure or temperament to be a warden, do you? As a warden, the well-being and rehabilitation of my inmates are my main concerns. Despite what popular culture might tell you, you don't rehabilitate by walking around and looking intimidating.
Leave it to me.
Yes, this is a fan-made game. It is. Therapy is far more effective, so I encourage my prisoners to think of me as a friend of sorts. As a result, I'm proud to declare that the recidivism rates along my prisoners are the lowest in the world. I know I should be proud of this, yet, as a warden, it pains me to see so many countries persist with ineffective crime prevention strategies. No, I kind of like her being the ultimate warden, personally, rather than the detective. The general public are vengeful beasts, Blaise, and they are great in numbers. When I listen to her speak, it becomes almost infinitely harder to doubt her resolve. Her presence right now, nothing short of overpowering. You're incredible.
Don't say that.
You can't just... How about you? What's your talents? Ultimate psychiatrist? The ultimate wearer of thick clothing in summer? Hey! I make joke. Ah, yes. How rude of me not to introduce myself, too. I'm Blaise, the ultimate teacher. The ultimate puzzler was my pupil. Child prodigy and classroom extraordinaire? A considerable majority of his students routinely find themselves catapulting in the upper echelons of society. What? You'd be amazed at the sort of stuff the great family of law enforcement keeps on file. She might be a Karen on the low. She might be. Not just the great family of law enforcement, mind you.
I'm sorry for that.
Ah, Gomen, I just wanted to say, I was actually quoting from newspaper articles about you. Hey, Blaise, don't let your puzzler friend down. He might have been a great family head, but he clearly looked up to you. So make sure that you not only succeed him,
Never give up.
but you also do him proud. That's something I can get behind. That's the spirit. Speaking candidate to candidate, I do hope we can also get along. So do your best to take over Puzzler-kun's great family, and I'll grab the mantle from my useless Oni-chan. Seriously, when he's not supervising the transfer of power, he just sits around all day.
Sheesh.
How could anyone live like that? It's worse than being a prisoner. Anyway, sorry to keep you both. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've got a school to investigate. Sayonara, Blaise-kun, Sigmund-kun. Bye, Nataliya. Well, that was interesting. Nataliya, the ultimate warden. Not to mention the odds of us bumping into each other on the way here.
How enlightening.
A heartwarming reunion for the ages. Yet, one can't help but feel that there is more to her than meets the eye.
Really makes sense.
Well, if she's hiding something, I'm sure there's a good reason for it. She doesn't seem like the sort of person to do anything without a clear purpose. You should be careful with that line of thinking, Blaise. While it is correct that most impressions takes mere seconds to form, the trustworthiness of those impressions is another matter entirely, especially given our circumstances. For now, there is but one more person left to find.
Logic
Let us make haste. Ah, Grace, I almost didn't see you there. It's like you were hiding. Shh, quiet down, will you? Oh. Sorry about that, Grace. Virginia? She turned around. Does this game take place in Japan? I don't know yet. They haven't really said, actually. Yes? Thanks for the assist. That's Groot to you. Trying not to have too much fun. She bounced away, hands tucked behind her head. Grace, was it? Nice to meet you. I'm Blaise, the ultimate teacher. You can come out now. We know you're in there. Damn it. You both watched as the girl slowly crawled out of the vent where she had been hiding, tucked away into a corner of the room, or the gym. Her voice, it definitely has a strange lyrical quality to it. Oh my god, another great character! I need to save. You're both very observant, aren't you?
Are my parents here?
It reminds me of my parents. A shudder ran across her whole body as she said that word. Why? What's wrong with your parents? I'm amazed her dress is spotless after standing in the vent for that long. What's wrong, more like?
I shall take you on.
What isn't wrong? Every day I lived with them was a struggle against the machine gods themselves. We fought many fierce battles, waged many wars, all while I was locked away in a room without food and water. And the only way to escape?
I will not
Hack the
falter.
RSA encoded lock without the private key. What? Yeah, what? My parents didn't understand that programming was my true calling. I used to argue constantly with them about it. Sometimes I'd be a bit rough in what I say and get sent to bed without my supper. Oh my god! Her eyes lit up.
Gracefully.
But I would always find a way to get fed. The lock to my room was programmed shut, but with programming, there was always a way. A certain pianist taught me that a long time ago. If process of elimination wasn't already enough, about that, what is your connection to the ultimate pianist exactly? That's an easy one. We met on Tinderbox. We met on Tinderbox? The app which matches you up with complete strangers for a friendly chat. A friendly chat, let me tell you. One thing led to another, and we ended up agreeing to mentor each other.
Interesting.
Tinderbox, I'm loving that. Ah, mentorship. Grace's best girl, is she? Certainly one of the most underrated mutual agreements.
I agree.
I know, right? To think we lived right down the street from each other. He taught me all he knew about programming and the piano. And in exchange, I helped him perfect his ice skating technique. Oh, so she's a ice skater. He's well on his way to becoming a world famous singer like me. I can feel it. Oh, she's a singer. Okay. That's one heck of a street that pianist lives on.
I see.
Ah, so you're the ultimate singer? Or a skater? Ding, ding, ding. Wait, both?
Yes, you were correct the first time.
The person standing before you is the one and only Grace, the ultimate singer with the god's voice. Or something like that.
Ultimate singer. How impressive, a skater and a singer in one.
The god's voice disagrees.
It's not as magnificent as it sounds. One day I just happened to try skating and singing at the same time, and it's been my go-to ever since. Wow, that's crazy. It's really not that difficult, but adds a lot to the production values. That sounds wonderful. You're clearly very talented. This is so overwhelming. I made it to the end and still You look unwell. Here, try this for size.
Let's do it together.
It's a breathing routine I always fall back on when I'm feeling stressed. You take a breather with grace. And somehow feels significantly better. Nice. Amazing.
Brilliant contribution.
Thank you so much, Grace. Not a problem. We'll be working together now, you and I.
In the name of a better future.
Neither of us would benefit if you were to die prematurely from stress. That is true. And I can tell you're a good person. You really should take care, or should take better care of him, Sigmund. I see you. Somehow caught my name.
Just like a crate of hippos.
I'm sure Blaise is more than capable of taking care of himself.
I can't accept this.
Sigmund, that's a very unhelpful mindset. Like my parents when they found out about my god's voice. By being its holder, my dreams of programming success were basically dead in the water. More curse than blessing. When she's smiling like that, you're scared? She scares you? Why? I knew I should have resisted the urge to sing in the shower. Thanks to the discovery, you now seem to be in a rather inviolable position.
It's the truth, though.
Sometimes it's not just about yourself. This system affects the entire world. I know I should feel grateful, but not everyone is like me. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be such a downer. Grace, no matter what your doubts are about the system, don't ever undervalue yourself or your talent. They're part of who you are. Given that you are already the ultimate singer, dare I ask why you're so fascinated with programming? I mean, singing is great and all, but programming is where it's really at. Okay. Finding practical and convenient solutions to difficult problems. Nothing can beat the feeling you get when your fingers run across the keyboard, inputting line after line of code. I tried telling that to my parents over and over, but they wouldn't listen. Focus on what you're good at. Your voice is all that you need. Stop playing video games or I'll unplug the router. I used to have my parents say that. My parents used to say that kind of shit. You're grounded. We're gonna unplug the router, and you're just like, God dang it. Where did the last one come from? But I assume you didn't live with your parents anymore. Doesn't that mean that there's nothing stopping you from doing some programming on the side now? But there's also... You know what?
Screw this.
Screw this. When we get out, I'll reorganize my routine so that I end up singing, ice skating, and programming at the same time. There's no way she could mean that literally.
Such a wonderful person.
Okay, you have my attention. If there's anything you'd like to ask, please go for it. Well... I take it you're a gamer too? What did Cross say? Let's see. I've got my eyes on this gal. She's a dangerous one. Okay, I like this one too. I take it you're a gamer too. What gave you that impression? You just blurted out something about video games. So a sizable portion of the 50th batch are participants in this emerging craze. It's amazing how quickly they catch on. Really? A sizable portion? Well then. I guess the cat's out of the bag. There's no point hiding it from the world any longer.
I shall take you
Yes, it is I, the Closet Ultimate Gamer. Closet Ultimate Gamer? Yep, it doesn't matter what game it is. I'm quite fond of rhythm-based games for obvious reasons. Oh! Like Project Diva? DDR? Guitar Hero? Persona Dancing All Night? I can't help but sing along to them. And when I find myself dropping one too many combos, I simply switch genres. Of course, my ability to carry useless teammates on my back in other games is unmatched. I swear, whoever says they're gonna unplug the router is a tyrant. You could just turn the console off. No need to cut the entire internet for everybody. I know! What sucks is, you know, I don't know if your guys' parents did this or not, but mine did this at one point. They didn't do it all the time when people got grounded, but I don't know if your parents have ever done it where like one of your siblings did something really fucking stupid. So it just got everybody in the house grounded. So once your sibling had done that stupid thing, your parents are like, all right, we're unplugging the router. And like the router's unplugged for everybody now, or the lights or whatever they want to unplug or whatever. Everyone's just grounded. So nobody can use the internet or nobody can watch the TV or whatever it is you guys are grounded from. That shit sucks. I used to hate that. I used to be like, bro, I just came home from school. This is the dumbass that did it, not me. Like my brother did it, not me. Can't relate, Blaise. Your parents never did that? I've had that happen in school too, where the teacher ended up like punishing everybody in the class. That sucks. Hi, have you met Zeke yet? Who's Zeke? Sounds like the harbinger of a video game. You haven't met Zeke? I was hiding in this event this whole time, so definitely not. I wonder how a match between the two of them would go. Anyway. Monokuma? Now that you've finished introducing yourselves, it's time to reveal the most important character. Ah, it's them. Tell me when it's safe to come back out. We watched as she ran back into the vent. That voice. That sickly sweet voice. It couldn't be. Him! Yes, that's right. It's the one, the only, Killmore. But please call me Killmore Bear.
I'll be here all week.
Feel free to hold your applause until the very end, ladies and gents. I'll be here all week. No, it couldn't be. Oh, shucks. What a surprise. It looks like you've all settled in just nicely. That's good. And if you haven't already, you'll have more time to make yourself at home. Plenty more time.
Okay,
It appears our kidnappings were linked to the events of the killing game after all. We turned to face the weird talking bear that had appeared in front of us.
What do you want?
Why have you brought us here? Who's controlling you?
Oh, what's
My,
this?
we've got a talker here. Oh, snap. Here we go again. Someone who's used to grilling other people and getting answers, maybe.
For your paws
A
only.
word of advice. They don't usually last too long. Just answer the questions. I am not at liberty to discuss the latter question. My programming simply doesn't allow it.
How disappointing.
Yes, my programming. And the first? The first.
Whatever do you mean?
Why isn't it obvious to all but the most utterly oblivious? Huh? What's going on? Why is there a talking bear here?
Just kidding.
It's plain to see it isn't. Plain to see, isn't it? You want to restart the killing game?
That shouldn't have been
Killing game?
I didn't sign up for this.
It's just in. What on earth is going on? He's still asleep. Are my eyes deceiving me? Or is Barista Boy actually sleeping through this? Is that what your eyes say?
Mm-hmm.
Mine tell me that he's awake. Need coffee.
Please,
See?
just trust
He's
me.
fine. From a cursory evaluation of the room, it would seem that you're not being taken seriously, Killmore Bear. Ugh. Boop, 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 boop.
Whatever do you mean?
Are you sure about that? No, the tense feeling is definitely here. Everyone's trying not to let it show. What amazing fortitude. Considering how unhinged some of us are, it's easy to forget that we're all still ultimates. That's okay, even if some of you don't quite understand what you're in for. All it takes is one to shatter your precious illusion of peace. And maybe all of you will finally wake up to the reality of your situation. Except him.
Hold it right there.
Hold it. You're changing models between expressions, aren't you?
My star
Oh,
candidate.
what a sharp eye. Yes, that is correct. No use trying to hide it any longer. Happening faster than the blink of an eye. We are many in number and come in all shapes and sizes. So no funny business, okay? There's a lot of Fangans, Lycoon, a lot of them. Now, before I leave, let me just make a few rules clear.
Paws only.
Violence against the headmaster that is me is strictly forbidden. I will never directly kill anyone, but am willing to offer assistance to anyone who is considering it. The entirety of the campus is free to explore with limited discretion. I'm sure you all find your immediate environment quite homely.
Sheesh.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you've all heard this routine before. We have a billion times. Here's a better question. Is anyone not familiar with campus or class trial rules? No one put their hands up. And my work here is done. Thank you for making my job so easy, everyone. I hate to say it, but I hope you will continue to make my job easy. We watched as Killmore bear retreated into the floorboards, his maniacal laughter reverberating around the gymnasium as he did so. The room fell silent, painfully silent. A few minutes passed, and everyone, let us not worry about that Satan spawn's idle threats. As long as no one harbors any lingering attachments to the outside world, we will be fine.
This is the will of the gods.
These hallowed halls should be our sanctuary, not a field of ashes.
Why would you say
Lingering
that?
attachments? I can't die here. Not when I have yet to work at McDonald's.
How tiresome.
This guy. Admittedly, I am also not particularly keen on the idea of living here forever.
The silence.
I don't think any of us want to. But to have to kill in order to leave? It'd be like we're trashing the memories of those who came before us, you know? I don't think any of them would have wanted this for us. I agree with the religious weirdo. We'll be fine as long as we continue to accept
Groot.
that we are Groot.
How so?
Sure. Profane my name with an insult one more time, and I shall see to it that your sins are cleansed in the light of the seven.
How meaningless.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Attention, please.
Silence, everyone. There is only one solution for situations like this. Off with your contract, BS.
Not like this.
Interesting.
Well, I, for one, think that a contract would be a marvelous idea. This is the longest prologue in any Fangan yet, and it's actually pretty great. we got so much freaking depth in all of these characters. Like, I feel like I know all of the characters now. Let's make one right now as a group. Pinch me. Someone is actually interested in signing a contract with me. Why, of course. There's a part of the human psyche that makes it harder to challenge a commitment once it has been made. I can confirm that statement. If only that logic worked with relationships. Well now, Pierce, are the proper terms not obvious then? Let's just get this over with. Each passing second makes it harder to resist the urge to gouge out my own eyes.
Oh.
Then do it. I want to see. Only if I start with yours.
Just kidding.
Someone can't take a joke. Well, if everyone else is going all in, I guess I'll just do the same. This is... I'll sign too, I guess.
Let us delay
Let us all sign this document post-haste.
I will not falter.
Fine, I'll come out, but only to sign. Before long, everyone had added their signature to the contract. It only had one term. As candidates of the World Empire, we solemnly swear to live in peaceful coexistence at this academy for as long as it takes. We'll see how long that lasts. Will they uphold the promise that was made on the most fateful of days when everything changed? Only time would tell. Holy crap, that was a long prologue. But it was great. That was really... Hey. 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 Hey, shouts out to all the voice actors though. They all did so good. They all did amazing. This is crazy. This was such a good game. It's been 3 hours since we've seen Eden. Right? Mii-Yu is so dope. They crazy doing this for free? Man, for a game having so much like dialogue and you know all of that, like I'm surprised they're already like past chapter 2. So there's 17 ultimates in this game. The game was mainly made by only 4 friends. That's crazy. We gonna get that story time after this? Yeah, you guys are gonna get the story time. So Shanaplier was the one that asked for the story time. And the story time that I got for you guys for teenage years. This is just like Danganronpa Rebirth mixed with B3 opening. Yeah, it was. They got an OnlyFans or something? Because goddamn, I wish I could donate to some of these teams. Before we go into story time though, real quick, we had a huge like sub bombing earlier. So many people subbed That was wild. A lot of you guys gifted so many subs. We had 52 subs. Okay, let me just say that right now. We had 52 subscriptions. It is September, so subscriptions are cheaper this month. Shouts out to all of you guys that gifted subs and such. I truly appreciate it, dude. Like, I'm doing this pretty much full time again. And this is like one of my few sources of income. So I truly appreciate like any little bit that you guys can send my way. Also, thank you for supporting me on YouTube. Like ads have been really good this month too. So that's really been helping out, and just all of the support all around. If you guys are just here to view, if you've been watching the VODs too over on YouTube, like all of that helps me. Don't think that you have to donate. Don't think that you have to give money or, you know, subscribe or anything like that to actually like support me. Like you just being here helps me out. Okay. One of these streams, can you react to the new Shattered Hope video if you haven't already? I will. I'll probably do it like next stream. I'll probably do it next stream. But yeah, I'm honestly about to cry because like it's just been amazing, you know. And I've had a long week. I've had a long 2 weeks of just like, you know, helping Halia out, like I told you guys earlier, and, you know, giving her all my energy possible to make sure that she had like a successful booth opening, and just seeing that happen, and, you know, putting YouTube on the side and Twitch on the side for her, and then coming back and then getting all this love once I came back, you know, to being consistent again. It feels really good, dude. Like it's really humbling. And I appreciate all of the people that make Fangans, like the one that we just played and some of the other ones I've reacted to and have allowed me to react to those. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. And this was another Fangan for the books so far. We just did the prologue right now, and this is very promising. This is so freaking promising, and it might be in my top. Like, I feel like I haven't hated a fan game. There's no fan game that I was like, this fan game just sucked. You know what I mean? Like, all of them have been good. They've been great. They've been phenomenal. Like, we haven't seen a bad one yet, and I like that. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has put in their 100% into each one of these projects, and each one feels unique to the other. You know what I mean? No one is doing it the same as the other one, and I think that's the really like special thing about this is like, when you play the Danganronpa original series, like you kind of know all the tropes and stuff, and when you play through all of the games and things like that. But once you jump into these Fangans, like you expect to like sit there and be like, oh, this trope, that trope, that trope, you know, because you're so used to it in the series. But like it's completely different, and like people are mismatching, and characters are different, and the killing game's different this time around. Like it's been amazing to see all of this. This community has been amazing, guys. Like, I'd have to say like the Danganronpa community is probably one of the strongest video game communities I've seen. I thought it was the Smash community, but you guys saw what happened to the Smash community recently. But yeah, I would say the Danganronpa community is probably the strongest that I've been involved with and that I've seen. This is really good though. New World Order. I need to like go ahead. I think I already follow the team on Twitter. I need to go shout them out because this is an amazing project. The characters, the sprites, we got so much depth for each character, and then there's dialogue options, and I could go back and play this again and see the other dialogue options and get even more depth to the character. So like, that's crazy. The prologue was literally like more than 2 hours long of us just sitting here reading through it, learning about all of the characters in the game, instead of playing through the entire game and hopefully possibly maybe getting a little bit from each character. They were just like, no, we're gonna let you like learn and find out each character's backstories right now in the beginning of the game, and obviously we're gonna get more depth later on. So I felt like that was really great. I thought this would be an edgy fandom, but I'm glad I was wrong. Yeah, same. Blaise, I've been looking at comments to see if the creator of the Fangame had anything written about the first game there, as this when someone asked if they could read/watch it. What they said was, I'd highly advise against it. It's basically a private publication with a ton of inside jokes in a very loosely written style. I've summarized the main events from it in a compendium on the Discord channel, but feel free to ask if you want to clarify any details. Okay. So there's a first game to this? Yeah, the Smash community kind of messed up. Man, we'll wait whenever. We really enjoyed this and appreciated this. You have such a positive energy, and you make us Fangan creators want to continue to work on each project and make it worth it. I hope you guys do. And take your time. Like I've told you guys a billion times. Take your time. Don't feel rushed. You guys aren't doing this for any kind of money whatsoever. you guys are only really getting praise, and that's it, right? Like, you get to share a product that you put a lot of love and hard work into, and I know you guys just appreciate, you know, someone playing it or viewing it and just saying good things about it. You know what I mean? It would really suck if, you know, you put all this work into a project that you did completely for free and someone streamed your game and talked shit about it. You know what I mean? Like, that'd make you feel like absolute shit. I would hate that. I'd be pissed if that happened to me, because I'm just sitting here like, well, dude, it's like a free game. Like, I just did this in my free time. Like, I'm not an expert, you know. I'm not a you didn't pay any money for it. It's free. Like, free content. Oh yeah, and this fan game is mostly inspired by Ace Attorney. I noticed that, especially with the music and such too. The character introduction on the YouTube channel have all the dialogue options if you want to use that option. Totally understandable if you want a reason to replay this game though. I need y'all to make a monetizable game for real. The only way for them to make a monetizable game is it would have to not have Danganronpa in the title. You can't have Danganronpa in the title if you're going to like have a monetizable game. So like, what's that other game that I played? Conran Zonki technically can be monetizable, right? Your Turn to Die can be monetizable, even though it's kind of like Danganronpa. Or what's that other game? Birth Me Code is another one that obviously you can buy online right now. It's really heavily inspired by Zero Escape, but it doesn't have Zero Escape in the name. Blaise is our dad. Aw, I appreciate that. So let me tell you guys the story. So let's go back to the teenage years. High school. That sounds like a high school story. What stories do I have in high school? Oh, let me tell you guys about the time that I challenged the YouTuber Chris Smooth, because that was in high school. All right, so once upon a time, this is when I first wanted, this was my first video ever on YouTube. It's deleted now. It's not, it doesn't exist. You can't find it. It's not even privated. It's deleted completely. It's wiped. It's eviscerated. You can't find this video. There was a very famous YouTuber. He's still famous. He plays a lot of NBA 2K now. But at the time, Chris Smooth used to play a lot of Call of Duty. And he used to be like really good at Call of Duty. And he was like one of the better commentators for Call of Duty. So I used to watch him heavy. And I just remember like people would always want to be better than him. Because, you know, when you're really good, like Ninja for Fortnite, right? Like you want to be better than Ninja, right? So I don't know. I don't have that video anymore. So what I ended up doing, because I was really good at Call of Duty back in the day, and this is when Black Ops was out. I ended up doing a video where I went, I think it was like 90 and 10. I had 90 kills and only like 10 deaths in a domination match. And I filmed it with my phone. I had a horrible intro that was completely cheesy as fuck. And during the video was just me talking so much shit to Chris Smooth. Just saying, you suck. You're the worst Call of Duty commentator ever. I'm way better than you. And like, I should have all of your fans. You ain't nothing. Like I was talking so much shit to this guy. We're talking about Chris Smooth. We're talking about somebody that has like 100K plus subscribers at this time. Now like over a million. So I had uploaded that video, right? And it was horrible quality. Like I said, it was from like a camera phone way back in the day. Think about the camera quality on those old phones back in the day, y'all. Horrible. So I uploaded that video to YouTube, and let's just say, I don't think Chris Smooth saw the video, but his fans saw the video. And Chris Smooth's fans just freaking like bombarded my video. So many hate comments. I think that video had like over like 10K views. And I'm just like a nobody in high school talking shit about one of everybody's favorite YouTubers at the time. And there was just so many hate comments saying you're a piece of shit. Kid, you should die. You should kill yourself. Like, it was horrible. Like, I was getting death threats and like, it was really bad. And I remember that being like super scary to me. And after a while, like, I just stopped reading the comments altogether because people were getting real hateful about it. But the fan, yeah, I bet you and Chris and stuff would have just laughed it off. I think that I got wrecked. I got wrecked by his fan base, as I probably should have been. I asked for it. I can't be sitting here like I was the victim in the situation. Honestly, like, I was the one talking shit in the video saying that he was a piece of trash, and I was saying all the meanest things that I could. I was a kid in high school, right? I didn't know any better. So I said a lot of bad shit. So it kind of made sense for a bunch of people to come in my video and give me death threats and shit, even though that's kind of fucked up, but still, like, I kind of asked for it. So a ton of people sent me death threats and stuff and said that I was a piece of shit. I was a, you know, little high school, at that time people were throwing around the F word, if y'all know what I mean, FAG, and they were calling me that and stuff like that, and it was pretty sad. But I don't know if Chris Move ever saw that video, but that was my very first video on YouTube ever. And I remember when I was in college, I saw that video again, and I think it had like 30k views at that time by the time I got into college. And I was just like, yeah, I need to delete this video, because if I'm gonna take this YouTube stuff seriously, like I can't have a video of me shitting on Chris Smooth as my first video. So I deleted it right away. Kids are cruel. We are. That word reminded me. What word? Blaise during his edgy days. That was me during my edgy days. So yeah, Chris Smooth, I don't know if you saw that video, Chris. Hey, I'm sorry. No bad intentions here. I was a young boy at that time, Chris. I hope you didn't see. I would laugh if Chris Move actually saw this video or this stream and he's like, man, that was the kid. Because I didn't have a face cam or anything like that. So gotta love Twitch bros. I heard someone who had a thick Swedish accent got banned from Twitch yesterday because he said F it and Twitch misheard. Really? Ooh, that's not good. That was a noob move. It was a noob move. And I was really hoping that Chris Smooth at that time would have saw my video and said something, because, you know, I was kind of doing that stuff on purpose in that video because I just really wanted to be shouted out by him. And that's not a way to meet a YouTuber, by the way. Don't talk shit about them, because yeah, they might notice you, but you're not gonna look good to them at all. So if you want to meet a YouTuber, try to be nice. Do like what I did with Corey Kenshin and just try to find them like at PAX or something, or just send them a message that's really nice. Maybe that'll do a lot better than making a video crapping on them, saying that they're the worst Call of Duty player on earth. Chris has been carrying this hurt and pain with him for years and years, and now that Blaise has formally apologized, Chris can finally let it go and move on with his life. Not sure, I don't know his name, just watched it from Scarce, to be honest. That comment was golden. But yeah, Chris Move, I hope you didn't see that, man. I really hope you didn't. I'm letting out these secrets to you guys. When I was younger and I was in high school, like, I really wanted to be a famous YouTuber. Like I really wanted to just be like the best YouTuber of all time. And it's kind of amazing to see how much I've grown as a YouTuber, because when I hopped into college, I networked with a lot of people. You know, I've worked with like, I don't know if you guys know them, but like, I think now his name is the Black Okage. I've worked with him before. I've worked with like Afro Sinju, the Gaming Ethos. I don't know if you guys know any of these people, but it's a lot of people like in the black gaming community. Who else? There's a couple more out there that I'm not remembering off the top of my head. I don't know if you guys know PS360, Sheikah's Clouds. Like I've been in voice chats and stuff with a lot of these people and have, you know, worked with them in the past. And it's just crazy to see how far I've networked and also grown in the YouTube community. I mean, like Weeby News, we met her and I've done collabs with her and met her in person. So it's been a great journey, and I really appreciate everybody that's stuck with me this entire journey, because my channel has evolved like throughout this entire 6-7 year trek that I've been doing Twitch and YouTube, and it's felt good. You know, I was talking to Halia's dad the other day, and I was kind of just telling him the story of like when I became a YouTuber and how hard it's been. You know, I went from when I first started on YouTube, like there was no money in it, right? Like when that was back in like 2011, 2012, like they were just handing out YouTube partnership left and right because there was literally no money in any of this. Like I remember making like 10 cents on my first 1.5 to 2 years on YouTube, donating to streamers, subbing to streamers, things like that. That was unheard of No one did that. No one did that. People would say, YouTube, go get a real job. Like it was laughable at that point. And now here we are, what, 4 years later, and you know, donating to Twitch streamers and subbing and you know, what else is there? Patreon. All of this other stuff is like out there now, and like now YouTube is like a job, Twitch is like a job. Like now I actually make money off of this stuff now, and it's just, I've seen so much happen, and my channel's evolved so much, you know. And Halia's dad was saying that like I was really inspiring him. I was like, what the heck? I've never had somebody older than me say that I inspire them. Like I was just like, what the heck? But yeah, it's wild. Damn, you've been doing it for 7 years. Yeah, I've been doing this for like 7 years now, and I didn't gain any traction until my 3rd or 4th year, which is when Danganronpa came into my life. And once I started playing Danganronpa is when I, you know, started like blowing up and getting a lot more views and such. And then the Danganronpa 3 anime came out, and I did reactions to that, and that's when my channel like took off. Like I was in the community after that. Like that's when I ended up doing like videos with Weeby and Kukulin and Mega Volwin at that time. Like I had just met all of them, and I was watching the anime, and we were all making videos together and like collabing on just about like every video. So that's when my YouTube channel like really started blowing up, and it's been a wild ride. You know what I mean? Like I'll just have to say this to anybody that wants to be a streamer or a YouTuber. It's hard. It's hard. I was lucky. I was very fortunate to do it, you know, at a good time, which was years ago, back in 2012, 2013. It's a lot harder now. It's a lot harder. It's not impossible. Don't give up. Just know that you might not get success in the first 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 years. Being on YouTube or Twitch, you might not. And don't give up. If this is something that you really want to do, don't give up. Just keep doing it. Just keep going, pushing. That's what I did. My first 3 years, I wasn't making any money off of this. And so many people, like my father and some of my other parents, were just like, yeah, you need to stop doing it. It's stupid. Like it's a waste of time. And, you know, I didn't give up. I just kept doing it, doing it, doing it. And I said one day, like, maybe possibly I'll get somewhere with it. And now here we are. And that's why a day like today feels so good, because like I've been a really humble YouTuber like these past years, you know. Like I don't ask for much. I really don't. And I appreciate everybody that comes to the streams and watches the videos and such. You guys have all been great to me, and I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this. And it's been a wild ride. It really has been. We're gonna get that Corey collab before you retire. Before he retires. So let's go Brazy Ultimate Samurai. That'd be super dope. I think everyone has their time. It's just a matter of if you grab it onto it and pursue your dreams. Yeah, I mean, like life is kind of one of those games where it's like 80% luck, 20% hard work. Literally. It might even be 90% luck, 10% of hard work. I feel like you just have to get lucky. You really do. You run into the right people, you meet them, and then you guys blow up, or you know, somebody discovers you, or you just get discovered by a bunch of people because you made a video that was just so great, or you happen to play a video game that was, you know, getting popular at that time. Like Danganronpa, for example, for me is like one of those games that like I wasn't expecting to blow up from it, but I luckily played the game and it was getting traction at that time, and you know, the community grew, and I grew with the community. So you're such an inspiration. If only all creators were like you. Huge respect. I started YouTube in 2016, so I know the grind is real. It really is. I only found you, and thank you so much, Cross. I really appreciate that. I found you the end of last year through Danganronpa when I watched your Turn to Die series, and now I'm in love with your videos. Oh, thank you. He said luck on my Danganronpa, right? Ultimate lucky student. It's been a while since Blaise did them. That's the shit I don't like videos. I haven't done the shit I don't like videos in like a couple years now. Well, I think I did one last year. I think I did that one for Persona, but I kind of want to do them again. I'm kind of inspired to do them again. It's been a while, but yeah, just know that the YouTube grind is hard. The Twitch grind is even harder, to be honest. But if you want to do it, it's not impossible. Don't get scared, because I know I've seen a lot of people say that like, oh, it's so oversaturated. Like that doesn't mean anything. Like life is oversaturated. Like anything you do in life is oversaturated. Being a doctor, there's so many doctors out there. That's oversaturated. A nurse, that's oversaturated. Like don't let the word oversaturated stop you from doing what you want to do. Like being a singer is oversaturated. There's so many singers out there. There's so many dancers out there. But don't let that stop you. You still could bring something different to the table that, you know, people end up gravitating towards. You know what I mean? In any of those fields, whatever you want to do, just remember that, like, that word oversaturation doesn't mean shit. There's always going to be people in front of you that have done it, but can you do it different? Can you do it better even? Maybe, but you'll never know unless you try. Don't let your dreams be dreams, right? Yeah, same. I knew Cross via his Persona channel and he worked so hard. I always appreciate smaller channels that grow along with their audience because they're so humbling. So we appreciate you a lot. Blaise, I'm glad we found your channel. I'm glad that you found it too. You guys have all been great. I only found you last month, but I'm glad I did. You're very humble and hardworking. I try to be. I used to be even more hardworking in the past. Like I used to upload every day, which isn't viable. Don't do that. Don't upload every day. Like I used to like not eat. I used to forget to take showers and not eat because, you know, I wanted to just upload videos all day, and that didn't help me gain any traction whatsoever. If any of you guys are aspiring streamers or YouTubers or anything like that, and you need any kind of advice or any kind of help on like how you should start, what equipment you need, any tips on what you should do or anything like that, y'all can hit me up like anywhere, like on Twitter. You could hit me up in the Twitch comments if you want to, in the chat. You can hit me up on Discord, anything, literally. You can even comment it on any video on my YouTube channel. Just ask me. Like I've been here a long time. I've seen a lot of things and I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience and a lot of stuff. So if you have any problems, issues, you want advice, tips when it comes to YouTube and Twitch, I got you.
Hope will never die.
Still think of the past. 2 minutes